Samurai sword on my back. You don't know how to act. Maybe you should relax. Maybe you should relapse. Just kidding. Stop. Woo. Woo. Stop.
Can't hear you.
Oh, whoops! There it is. There it is. There's my microphone. I was horrified for a second.
What is happening right now?
Well, because like
now I'm all paranoid.
Sorry. Streamlabs was giving me the business earlier. You know this. Streamlabs was giving me the business earlier. As you know what else is new, right? So I had my one tap mute on, and I was like, because like when I was trying to go live a second ago, it was having problems like buffering and loading up my profile, and so I'm like, oh god damn it, did it crash or something? Now let me just switch up the perspective here. This pre-show Brenta brought to you by 𝐶𝐶𝐶.
𝐶𝐶𝐶. We make corporations, so you don't have to.
There we go. Let me just start off by saying, did you ever know that you're my hero? That you are the wind beneath my wings. And by that I mean, audience, Audience, you are the wind beneath our wings. Welcome to this week's edition of the Weekly Chat. Today is January, I believe, 27th?
It is the 27th, yes.
January 27th, 2021, the titular sequel year to 2020.
Or as I call it, 2020 New Game Plus Edition.
We are the Weekly Chat. Before we get going
With
here...
Nick and Pat.
We are Nick and Pat. That's true. But before we get going here, if you're watching this on Twitch, make sure to hit that follow button for both my account and for Nick's account. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to engage with the video. Hit that thumbs up button. Give us the finger in a positive way.
Or just the regular finger.
The regular finger is fine too. Go ahead and leave a comment, especially in the first hour, because it helps engagement and it helps the algorithm. I call it the algorithm, baby. Because like,
or as I call it, the algorithm.
Well, like I consider the algorithm to be like,
you guys.
Like I like to compare the algorithm to a baby because like you have it's a little child, right? And you have to give it what it wants, otherwise it won't shut up.
This is true.
And so it's like, wah, I want videos longer than 10 minutes. Wah, I want comments in the comment section. Wah, I want you. I'm not gonna put your videos in your fan subscription feeds. They're gonna have to get notifications, which kind of defeats the whole fucking purpose of sub boxes. But anyway, if you're watching this, I'm not.
What if you have 500 subs? How you get to keep track of them then?
Maybe. And now here's an idea. Maybe manage your fucking subs because you're not a child.
I don't want to, man.
I know.
I'm YouTube. What are you gonna do about it?
Actually, we're not gonna push your content to people who went out of their way to sub to you.
Well, tough tittles.
Oh, thanks, YouTube. We love you, YouTube. I sure am glad that Google owns the only profitable video streaming content platform.
At least there's Twitch.
Well, I like Twitch is like, sorry, what I should say is like YouTube is like the dominant like static video platform, and then Twitch is like the stream. So like it's kind of they kind of do the same thing. Apples and
oranges. They're both fruit, but they're both different.
Yeah, they're kind of they kind of have different niches, right? So like I would never say that Twitch is a direct competitor to YouTube, except for the like. Unless you want to talk about, like, specifically, like, oh, you could be spending time on YouTube, but you're watching Twitch, or, like, oh, you could be on YouTube, but you're watching a Twitch stream. So, like, I guess. Anyway.
Or you could do them both.
Has nothing to do with what with what we're talking about today. But, yeah, if you haven't already, why not hit subscribe?
Hit the sub bell.
Oh, so, by the way, I actually got this verified by National Geographic. Don't fucking dispute me. But, according to the data that we have, properly sourced data... My voice is doubling? My voice is doubling. What does that mean? Huh.
Maybe it's an echo?
Oh. That would really...
Is he echoing to your viewer?
Am I... Yeah, do I sound like I'm echoing?
Echo. Echo a go-go.
Oh, echo. Okay, well, shoot. Let me mess with some settings while Nick sets up the episode.
We got a great show for you. We got a trailer to react to. We got a bunch of discussion questions. A lot of movers and shakers going on in the world of gaming financing today. Yeah, we got a good show for you. But also, since he's settling that, why do I whore myself out? You can check me out on Twitter at Kevo234 or on TikTok at Nicholas Caldwell 31. See here, we have the wild Pat.
God damn.
Streamlabs has fucked up his settings. Look at him.
No, honestly, I know. Okay, I know what the issue is. Okay.
What is the password? Okay. Yeah. Well, dear viewer, we had a good run. But it seems like Pat's mic is finally crapped the bed. No, I'm just kidding. The 𝐿𝐴𝐤𝐞 No, I'm kidding. No, seriously. 𝐿𝐴𝐤𝐞 makes some fantastic products.
Oh, you were saying it, the Hellblazer, it's fine now? Or is it still bad?
Let us know in the chat.
Yeah.
No.
If my voice sounds terrible, let me know. Oh, it's fine or it's so right now we're good. Okay. Thank you the three Hellblazer. Honestly, as the person who actually edits and uploads this podcast after the fact, if I found out that the entire episode was completely just like ruined, that would just irritate me.
You actually recorded a cave.
Great, good. Okay, thank you, the Hellblazer.
Thank you, Hellblazer.
Or I should say the three Hellblazer, but hey, who's counting? Anyway.
Like Cerberus?
Nick, as I always like to ask, how was your week?
Terrible. Truly and utterly terrible.
Really? What happened?
Where do I start? So, where we live, we have we had a very, very big tropical windstorm the other day.
Oh yeah, we did. It was windy as hell.
Yeah, it was windy. It got up to like 70 miles per hour.
Oh, dude, I don't know about that. But yeah, it was pretty windy for sure.
I don't know. That's what the weather report said, and it felt like it too. Anyway, guess who lost power for 2 days straight?
Oh, yeah, that was you.
Yeah, that was me. Thankfully, I had a battery pack, so that way I'm able to charge my phone. But man, that was not fun. Just being in the dark for 2 days straight.
So my house, on
my days off.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Sorry, my mic gain is ridiculous. Oh, thank you, the three Hellblazer, for the follow. We love you. Thank you.
Hey.
But yeah, so we had kind of infrequent power outs. God, I can't fucking talk. I'm like, you remember Tropic Thunder? How they have that parody movie there.
Simple Jack.
I'm like Simple Jack, dude. My head moves. I can't talk.
You are Simple Jack.
We had infrequent power outages. So like we would lose power for about 20 minutes and then it would come back on for a couple hours and then we would lose power for 20 minutes and it would come back on. This whole fucking the whole thing.
You see, you made out better than I did. We were just in a blackout for like several city blocks for like 2 days straight.
Oh
God. And I'm just that was the start of it. Work was fine. Work was okay. Work is work.
Yeah.
I somehow got volunteered to fill in a neighbor's hole.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about
this.
Tell me about this. Yeah, you were hinting at this last night.
Yeah. Oh God. So so pretty much what happened was I get a call from my mom saying, "Hey, there's a hole in front of our neighbor's yard." And I was like, "Okay, you're gonna go fill it." And I was like, "Why?"
Oh yeah. You just got volunteered?
Yeah, I just got volunteered. I didn't get asked. I didn't get like, "Hey, can you?" If they would have asked me, it was like, "Hey, our landlord's not," because that's mainly up to like our landlord's responsibility to do it, but he's not feeling well.
Right.
So I end up getting volunteered to do it without my knowledge, and I'm just like, "Oh, great. Oh, yeah, that's fine." It's like, "Oh, it's not that bad. It's just a small hole," and I figured like. Okay, so maybe it's like a little 3-foot hole with like some gobbledygooks on it and stuff like that. No, this is like one of the holes from Holes.
Digging up a hole, yeah.
I'm thinking about that song the entire time. I was like, okay,
got to go and dig that hole.
Digging up that hole. Dude,
I love that movie, man. I love Holes.
It's probably one of the best book adaptations that I could think of.
Honestly, yeah. In terms of a good book adaptation, they don't miss much from the original book.
I'm trying to remember what they cut.
I don't know about you, dude, but I read Holes in middle school and in elementary school several times. I read that book quite a bit.
I read it 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm expecting this small little hole, right? Oh no, it's like a Holes hole. It's like 6 foot deep. It's like 4 foot wide. I know that's not the specifications of like the Holes hole, but it's a pretty deep hole. And I was like, "Oh God damn it!" And of course, they tell me when the sun is going down, so I'm basically doing this in the dark.
But like, okay, have they agreed to like pay you or like?
No.
Are you going to be rewarded in some way?
I got a sandwich. That's it.
Not to put too fine a point on it, but like, why did you specifically have to do this?
Because I'm able-bodied.
Oh, it's not like you had anything better to do.
Yeah, right. I was pretty pissed about that, to be honest. Because here's the thing: if they would have asked me nicely, it's like, "Hey, our landlord's not feeling well. Can you help? Can you help him fill in this hole?" And I was like, "Sure."
If it was like, here's the thing: if it was a situation like, "Hey, man, I know you probably got stuff going on today, but."
Oh no,
if you have time, we're working on some stuff here. Can you help us dig in a hole? If you, we'll pay you like $20-$30 or whatever.
Not to dig a hole, to fill the hole.
Yeah, to fill the hole. Sorry, but like, yeah, we have this like hole to fill. We'll pay you like $20-$30. Like, do you have like 2 hours that you can spare? Like, if they did that kind of thing, I would be a little bit more. I'd be a little bit more forgiving. I'd be a little bit more understanding. But like, they're just assuming that your mom was just assuming like, oh yeah, like he'll do it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, how about I actually have shit to do?
Yeah. Well, it's like,
or maybe you don't have shit to do. It's your day off. Like,
yeah.
I know that there's this attitude like, oh, be kind towards your neighbors and you have to be a good Samaritan and you gotta be. But like,
I know.
Dude,
here's the thing. I'm willing to do that, but like, you gotta ask first. Right. You gotta ask for my consent. You know. Well, okay,
always ask for consent. That's the takeaway from the story.
Yeah, exactly. So by the way, it's freezing outside. It's like 45 degrees. Like, I was wearing a jacket and some overalls, and like, and here's the kicker: the shovel that they supplied for me,
so graciously supplied.
Yeah. It wasn't like a normal wide shovel. It was like a gardening shovel.
Oh, like
it was. No, it wasn't that small. It was like that wide.
Oh, was it like one of those shovels that has like the long shaft but the tiny little head?
Yeah.
Oh God.
So it took me twice as long to fill the hole to actually do it in the dark, and I ended up working up a sweat. So I'm very sore from that still. Oh, and here's the kicker: that the guy that dug the hole didn't think to take out the rocks that were in the dirt pile.
Oh, that's fun.
So I would like scoop into this giant mound of dirt, and I would just hit rock over and over and over again, or concrete or whatever it was. So, and that hurts after a while. Because after like the 5th time hitting a rock, your hands are just shaking and stuff like that. And I'm just like, oh God, make it stop. And then it's just some other stuff that happened. I'm just like, oh, and here's the kicker. My neighbor was home the entire time, so he could have done it.
Yeah, I guess I should have brought that up. Why couldn't he do it?
I don't know.
Is he like an older gentleman or what?
No, he's like 2 years older than I am.
Oh, then what the fuck?
I know. So I got assigned a bitch detail.
And like, not even rewarded for it. I'm like, listen, man, I'm sorry. Like, I know that like you live in a little...
they awarded me with food.
Okay.
with a sandwich.
I know that we're living in kind of a charged era of like isolation and like, and by the way, yeah, you're doing this work for somebody, but like, anyway.
Here's the thing. I have no beef
COVID.
with this neighbor. Yeah, like don't get it twisted. I have zero beef with this neighbor. He's kind of a cool dude.
Like to me, it's not about having. It's not about having beef. Like, you can be cordial with your neighbor, but like I think the issue is like he didn't ask you directly, did he? Because your mom just kind of.
No, he did. No. So basically, my landlord was going to do it, but my mom interjected and said, "Hey, well, I don't want you to do it because you're sick. We'll just have Nick." And then I was supposed to have somebody else there to help me too, but they were out of town. So I ended up filling this hole by myself for like a couple hours.
Oh, great. So somebody else was...
It wasn't a couple hours, but it was like an hour. But
I really don't like when people just assume that like, yeah, you've got nothing better to do, right? You can drop everything that you're doing and just come to my rescue, right?
Yeah.
Now, like, don't get it twisted. Like, I've done that for family and friends before, but like, when it comes to like for an emergency, I've driven out to like help jump a friend's car, or I've done stuff like that. But like, if you are gonna have this big hours plus long project and then spring it on somebody last minute, like, fuck you. I'm sorry. Like, that's just disrespectful.
It's like they told me about it because they were doing plumbing work and the plumber wasn't done until like 5 and the sun was going down. And they're just like, okay, go fill the hole. And I was like, oh, God damn it. You're really going to make me do this in the freezing cold for somebody I barely know that you volunteered. Oh, and you want to know the shit kicker?
What's that?
About all this? So after we got food, my mom, she paid for it. And then she got the total for the bill. And then she had the audacity. It's like, wow, you're expensive labor. And
I know. What the fuck? Oh, God. Oh, God.
I know. It's not like I ordered a steak.
Okay, first of all, yeah, what was the sandwich even good?
It's okay.
Where did you go?
It was
someplace
called Meridian's.
Oh, okay.
Up near Seaward. It's like a little hole in the wall, like Italian place. It's fine. I thought we got kind of ripped off because for like a $9 sandwich, it was like that big.
Oh, dude, I hate that shit, man. When you go to like a cafe or someplace. When you go to a cafe and you pay like $9 to $12 for a sandwich or something, and they give you like a fucking biscuit.
Yeah.
God damn, man.
I
got. It's funny because it's raining outside, and normally when it's raining outside, I have like 0 energy. My energy goes from like maximum, and it goes like I crash. But this story about the shitty sandwich and being forced to dig a hole, it's got the vinegar. I'm Vic Vinegar.
I'm pretty salty.
I'm Vic Vinegar right now.
Vic Vinegar and what was the other one?
Oh God, it was like
Holly Honey.
Like Holly Honey and like Holly Honey and Vic Vinegar or whatever that It's Always Sunny episode is.
Yeah.
I'm Vic Vinegar right now.
But yeah, so I'm sorry if I seem a little lethargic today's I'm just sore.
Oh sure, dude.
My arms are killing me. I should have stretched before I filled the hole.
Dude, but I get it because yesterday for work I had to drive out to Manhattan Beach.
Oh God!
Well,
is that all the way in LA?
Yeah, dude. Well, it's past LA. I had to go on the 405.
Oh, you poor bastard,
dude. And by the way, can I just say for any Californians watching this, can I just say the 405 is the shittiest fucking freeway on the planet?
Yeah.
The 405 is the shittiest freeway on the planet. Like that whole bitch is like that whole strip of highway and freeway. It is torn to shit. Yep. Everywhere you go, you are running into so imagine you're driving like minimum 60 miles an hour over potholes.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not just that too. It is what is it like the worst highway during rush hour in dude. North America.
Well, not to mention the fact that like in order to get okay, on a normal freeway, you're driving down and you have your 4 lanes of traffic, you have your 4 lanes of traffic, whatever. And then when you want to get on the off ramp, when you want to get off on the off ramp, you just you make your way to the right? But the problem with the 405 is that it splits, it almost splits like a fork in the road. So 3 lanes will go right and 3 lanes will go left. But here's the thing. So for me, I've never been to Manhattan Beach. So I didn't really know which of the 7 fucking lanes of traffic I needed to be in. And so, so thankfully I didn't get lost, but there were several times where I could have made a mistake, and the road just kind of opens up, it's like a V almost. It's like this almost, where it just splits.
Just like the Wu-Tang symbol.
Yeah, it's kind of like Wu-Tang, where imagine each of my fingers is like a lane of traffic. So the highway is my arms together. Oh God, this is a terrible analogy, but yeah, imagine the road and then it splits.
Or the Napoleon. That'll be great for the thumbnail.
I'm posing for a thumbnail. I'll admit it.
Yeah. You think I could throw a football over them mountains?
Shut up, idiot.
Idiot.
God. Oh. But anyway, the 405 sucks.
That movie's 15 years old at this point.
The 405 freeway sucks massive Donkey Kong nuts.
Danky Kang.
But no, so and yeah, but before that, before we get to we're gonna do a trailer. We're gonna do a trailer reaction for Godzilla versus King Kong. But before that, I just gotta say the 405 sucks shit. And even if the freeway wasn't bad, dude, I'll just be look. I'll be 100% with all of y'all.
Like traffic's the worst.
I don't like driving for more than like an hour at a time. Like if I have to drive for like if I have to drive for over an hour without stopping, like my body gets physically exhausted. And and compound that with the fact that I hate driving in high stress situations like the fucking like Pacific Coast Highway or some shit.
Oh, I love PCH.
Well, yeah, it's fun when you're a passenger. When you're driving, it's like yeah, go on PCH during fucking rush hour and then tell me and be the person behind the wheel and tell me if you're having fun.
I would never want to go on PCH during rush hour.
But no, so like I hate high.
I would avoid it like the fucking plague.
So yesterday I did 3.5 hours of driving.
Oh god.
Which I know some long haul truckers are watching this and they're like pussy. But like, and I get it. I'm a pussy. I admit it. I cope to the fact that I am a beta cuck or whatever you want to call me.
You beta libtard cuck or whatever.
Although the other day my friend I like can't keep up with the lingo because my friend the other day as a joke he called me a coomer and I had no idea what that was. It's a coomer.
Wow, I have no idea. Wow, I'm like real.
Well, so as a joke he's like, "Shut up, you coomer," and I'm like,
"What the fuck is a coomer?"
And I'm like, what? Yeah, I was the same way. I'm like, what does that mean? And I looked it up and I'm like, and apparently it has a very elaborate definition. I'm like, okay.
Oh, okay.
Essentially,
I just want to be
it's like,
I don't want to be like the silly old Squidward, but what the name of Davy Jones Locker is a coomer.
Basically, the short version is that like a coomer is basically like a boomer, except they have like a masturbation problem.
Okay.
Yeah, and like that's it's stupid. It's like that's the joke.
I think I was there when he started roasting you on the phone.
Oh no! So he was really upset because minor tangent. If you play Fire Emblem Heroes, they're having their annual choose your legends event, and essentially what it is, it's a popularity contest for all the characters, and so it's basically a way for intelligent systems to gauge like what characters the community would want.
What waifus are we gonna make you guys try to pull the lottery on now, or husbandos?
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of intelligent systems' excuse to have like a popularity contest and be like, what characters would you spend money on? Yeah. So what happens is
I know your game intelligent systems.
That's right. Although here's like I actually unironically kind of love choose your legends because I feel like it's the one time of the year where where members of the community like come together and they talk about like their favorite characters. Oh, okay. Well, apparently Nick is having a problem. Anyway, I guess I'll just talk while he's gone for a minute here. Choose Your Legends is basically an excuse for intelligent systems to have like a popularity contest, and members of the community they kind of band together and they make like it's almost treated like an actual like presidential election. It's basically treated like a waifu election, and they're like, vote Erica for Choose Your Legends 5, or vote for Freya for Choose Your Legends 5.
Erica is part of the radical left.
Oh,
They're trying to steal and run away with this election.
Erica, listen, if you played Sacred Stones, she gave the stone to Leon. She's not an American.
Well, of course they're not American. They're whatever the hell the planet is on, or whatever the nation they're...
Oh shoot, where are they? So like in Sacred Stones, so Leon, who is the antagonist of the game, he and his kingdom are Grado, and I forget what Erica and Ephraim's kingdom is called. I don't remember off the top of my head, but yeah. Anyway, choose your legends. So, and so it's kind of an excuse for like kind of dick measuring contests to be like, my character is better is more popular than your character. So. We were kind of shooting the shit, and so I wanted Erica from Sacred Stones to get an alt because she's basically been like third or fourth place for like 4 years in a row now. So the community kind of wants to like they're banding together and be like, this is Erica's year, and all so. Right.
Do they only do it once a year, or
Yeah,
do
yeah,
they
yeah.
do it twice?
It's an annual event. Like it's once per year. Choose your. So the winners. So like there's 4 winners, right? There's 2 from the men's. There's 2 different divisions.
2 for the boys and 2 for the girls.
Right, exactly. So currently Erica is winning this year because they release every year they let players do like half the voting, and then they release what's called the interim results, where it's like, here's the results right now, but you can still vote for a few days. And so Erica was projected to win the #1 spot, and my friend Kyle, his favorite character Marianne from Three Houses was in 3rd place, and so he was like, and so I was like, and we were on a separate Discord, and I was like, yay, Erica's winning, and my friend Kyle's like, fuck you, in jest. We were just fucking around.
He's like, fuck you too, buddy.
Like it was a lot of just like a lot of joking around, but he was like, fuck you, you piece of shit, I hate you. And so he called me a coomer, and I'm like, what does that even like? I've lost the plot, dude. Maybe I am a boomer. I don't know.
We're not quite there yet. We still,
dude. Like, so whenever I'm over at your house, and your sister comes up to us, and she's like, "Hey guys, I have an idea for a TikTok," and then she'll
I love it.
She'll describe the idea, and I'll be like, "You said a lot. You said some words right there. You definitely said words."
It's really not that hard to explain.
No, I mean, how do I say this? It's not that I don't get it. It's just that, like, I feel like TikTok is like something that you sort of have to be at the right place at the right time to enjoy and understand.
Yeah.
And I feel like
that's
definitely
fair.
like the oh shoot. What is the generation after millennials called? Like Zoomers or whatever?
Gen X? No, that's not it.
Well, like the generation after millennials, like that's like the generation.
Zoomers?
Like, I think they're called Zoomers or something, right?
Possibly, yeah.
But yeah, so like that generation is like the target demographic to get TikTok, and so there's a culture of TikTok that I, as a 28-year-old, will just never understand.
Yeah,
and
I never thought I was going to get into it until I did.
And it's not because I'm like dumb or I don't understand meme culture or online culture. There's just like, you sort of have to be at the right place at the right time to just kind of get what's going on.
You got to get the right headspace too. Like I know, because I've been on the app for over a year at this point, but there are people who've been there like way since the beginning and stuff like that, and they're just spouting some nonsense about like, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Right.
I feel old. I feel really old. Although, like
I'll look at the top 10 TikToks of the day or whatever, like the most like featured or whatever, and I'll be like, I don't get it. And then I'll look at a TikTok with like 20 views, and I'll be like, hey, now that was funny. And so I apparently I don't.
So you have seen my content.
Oh,
boo robot! I
don't know, but it's just like TikTok's existence does not offend me. I don't claim to get TikTok. I just am like,
if you really,
you guys are over there. You guys are over there. You're doing your thing. That's
what
totally
are those Neanderthals doing?
That's totally fine and cool. I'm just gonna stand over here and do this. Hey.
Are you are the embodiment of "Are you winning, son"?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, thank you. That you just explained my whole perception of TikTok in a single meme. That is definitely me. I'm the dad who comes in and I'm like, "Are you winning, son?" Yeah, exactly.
I sure am, Dad.
You nailed it on the head.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's get into some actual stuff this week.
I know
I'm just gonna hand gesture.
Just gesture.
Okay. You want to start off with doing some movie stuff?
Yeah, I'll do some movie stuff.
Okay. So, I haven't seen the new trailer for King Kong versus Godzilla, but before we do that, you posted this one, and I didn't see this. So apparently Warner Brothers is working on a Willy Wonka origin story movie.
Wonka!
Woo! Wow.
Oh, stop! Don't come back.
Why? Just like
I don't know.
That's my thing, right? Why?
It doesn't need to exist.
You know what this is gonna be?
We don't need a Wonka backstory.
You know what this is gonna be? This is gonna
Half
be
of the
just
fun
like
of Wonka is not knowing what he's gonna do next.
this is going to be like those Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland remakes. Where it's gonna be like, you fucking watch. Willy Wonka's gonna be, he's gonna look like a member of the Addams Family. He's gonna be wearing all black, and he's gonna fucking have like crazy ass hair. He's gonna be like, I'm an eccentric, and like, there's gonna be a whole story arc about how like, I want to make candy, Papa, and his dad's gonna be like, you can't make candy, brr.
Well, I was about to say they already did a Wonka origin movie with the last one.
Yeah, with the Tim Burton.
That was fine.
Honestly, like,
we don't need a whole movie.
Of the stuff that I didn't like in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, yeah, Wonka's backstory with Christopher Lee as his dad, Christopher Lee.
You have an appointment with the Wicker Man.
Chocolates. They would get caught in your braces. Like, dude, I love that Christopher Lee always gives 110%, even when he's in absolute shit.
Yeah.
Like, so he played...
I don't know. I kind of like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I don't like it as much as the original. The original is one of my favorite movies of all time.
I think I have a soft spot for that movie. I definitely...
I do too.
When I first
chocolate in the center in this soft spot?
When I first watched it, when it first came out, I saw it a couple times in the theater, and I really liked it. And then as I got older, I sort of became more critical of it. And by the way, there's definitely stuff to criticize in that movie.
Oh yeah,
I hate Charlie in that movie. I hate him. Hate him.
He doesn't seem like a kid. He just seems like
I'm the perfect embodiment of British banality. He's Tiny Tim. That's what he is. God bless us, everyone. Really is.
Oh god, snozzberries taste like snozzberries.
Yeah, but like, half the reason that Charlie is a compelling character in the Gene Wilder version, in the first version, is that like,
because he's an actual kid.
Well, yeah, like, so as a kid, Charlie is mostly a good guy, but like, he's a human being, right? He can be selfish once in a while. He can be impulsive. He can be like curious about things.
Yeah.
But like the kid they get to play Charlie in the Tim Burton version,
he's like just a weird amalgamation of like,
he's just so fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna give away all the money that I got from the chocolate factory, and Mr. Wonka, like, so you know how like in the original movie, Charlie, he drinks the fizzy lifting drink, and he and Grandpa Joe, they fly, and they're not supposed to do that though, right? But like,
yeah,
that's Charlie wants to have fun. He and his grandpa, they want to have fun, and so like, yeah, he broke the rules, but he wanted to just kind of, have fun. The new Charlie doesn't do that. He's just so boring and bland, and like, oh sir, may I please have another?
He kind of reminds me of Jake Lloyd from Phantom Menace, like Anakin.
Even Anakin, I feel that even little Annie has more personality than Charlie does.
What are Oompa Loompas?
What are midichlorians?
Oh God! Why don't you go talking your Gillette razor there, Qui-Gon?
Right. But anyway, so what this movie doesn't need to exist. We don't need.
No, it doesn't.
Willy Wonka does not need a fucking origin story beyond the origin story that was already given in the Tim Burton version. Like, that version is fine. I don't need like they're gonna do a whole thing where they're gonna show him going to Loompa Land, and they're gonna show him fighting the Vermicious Canids, and it's gonna be so fucking lame. Like,
and you know they're gonna try to turn this into a Roald Dahl, like, cinematic universe type of thing, where it's like, they're gonna talk about BFG or whatever.
Did you know that the Witches and BFG and James and the Giant Peach took place in the same universe? Wow.
Was James and the Giant Peach Roald Dahl?
I don't think so. Although you could probably talk to some fan theory asshole that would be like, actually, yes, it does.
Walk. That's it. That's all I remember from them.
So I went to two elementary schools growing up, and for kindergarten and first grade, I went to one school, and then I went to another school. And so every day that it was a rainy day at my second elementary school, they would have all the kids in the cafeteria, and every single time it rained, we would watch just the first half of James and the Giant Peach, because the movie's like an hour and 40 minutes. But our lunch break was always like 45 to 50 minutes. So every day they would play the movie from the beginning, except we would only get to about the first half, and then gotta go back to class, and then the day after it would rain again, and like they would ask like, do you want us to start it from where we stopped last time? And there'll be some asshole kid, I was sick, I wasn't here, can we start it over? Okay.
No, we got to rule by majority.
Yeah, no. So growing up, I watched the first half of James and the Giant Peach about 7 times.
Oh my god!
And then later, as an adult, I watched the
crazy.
And then I watched the first. I watched the whole movie as an adult, and I like it. It's pretty good.
It's a good movie. I remember I had the VHS and I loved it as a kid.
One of my friends growing up had a crush on the spider.
I knew a lot of kids who had a crush on the spider.
So many people were horny for the goth spider.
I know. The weird Parisian French horny spider.
The horny mama spider.
Horny mama spider.
Although, then again, you see people these days and they're talking about the Resident Evil village mom, like the vampire lady.
Yeah, vampire lady.
Listen, I think everybody listen.
Go too far.
Listen, no. You're saying you're not going far fuck that. Every single person, whether you're man, woman, trans, I don't care what you identify as, everybody has a big titty mama obsession, okay? Everybody. True. And we're only now in the era of like Overwatch and Resident Evil and all these games. We're only now just embracing the fact that everybody has a MILF complex, okay? Everybody wants to fuck their mom. That's the name of this episode.
This is the Freudian way. No, do not put that. You got to put her in the. You got to put the spider in the thumbnail, and you got to put the vampire lady in the thumbnail.
All right, I'll do it. I'll put
MILF with attitude. There you go.
At the very least, I'm gonna put the spider. I'm gonna put the MILF spider from James and the Giant Peach on there.
No, you got to put the vampire lady.
I gotta do one or the other. I need room for other memes.
You put the spider in one corner.
I need room for the other memes. Especially since I have a story I'm gonna tell.
You need to. We need big titty vampire Resident Evil moms in this podcast.
You make a compelling argument. Anyway, yeah.
Am I wrong?
I like how our conversation about Willy Wonka turned into MILF spiders. Only on this show, folks.
Only on this show. And there's that new spider isekai that just came out. Yeah, I'm a spider, so what?
That's right. Yeah, I'm a spider.
I remember like when we were first playing the light novel title game in our previous podcast.
Yeah.
And one of the examples I pulled up was from that show. But I guess they're gonna give shows to anything now. But I heard it's okay. I haven't heard too much about it.
It looks like yet another slime isekai.
Slime isekai.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it sort of seems like it's that same kind of thing, right? Where like, oh, there's a character in a fantasy world who you wouldn't expect to be overpowered, but they're overpowered. Like, I don't, it's all the same to me. I don't know. It's kind of been that same. To me, it's in that same bucket. So there's this bucket. There's this bucket that I'm gonna call the "we're out of ideas" isekai bucket. And so things that live in that bucket are like in another world with my smartphone, and like. So what if I'm a spider? So what? Or like, I'm in another world.
Are you kidding me?
I'm in an isekai with my girlfriend. Whoa! Like, there's all these really tired, boring ideas.
Speaking of MILFs, what was the name of that MILF isekai?
Oh yeah. In another world with my mom or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and her 2 multi-attack.
Yeah. It's called like Have You Met My Mom and her 2 multi-target attacks, or right?
Yeah, it's something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. That one was just straight up porn though. Like basically, that one was just smut. Like straight up. Like from like the couple of clips that I saw from that show. That show is just smut.
You're like that old lady from SpongeBob. This is disgusting.
I mean, like again, if you're into that thing, go for it. But like, I can't recommend it as like high entertainment.
Yeah, maybe as high entertainment, but not high entertainment.
But yeah, God, why did we talk about MILF? I wanted to talk about Willy Wonka, and we're just like MILF, 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 MILF.
This is the way of the podcast, my friend. You know, it just trickles down. You never know where the river's going to end up sometimes.
Ah, yes, the trickle-down economics of MILF.
Oh, wait. How do I do my Reagan again? Okay, Reagan.
Reagan sounds like this.
You know, I married into a MILF, and I got to say, it's a...
That's great.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna trickle down all over that ass.
Oh my God. I just came,
sorry, Nancy.
in my head, I just came up with the worst idea possible. Like, I came up with a joke that was like, do you ever come up with a joke that is so bad that you just have to abort it? You're just like, no, that's too tasteless, abort. So I came up with a really funny joke about what you just said, but I'm like, no, don't say that.
Okay, you can tell me after the podcast.
I'll tell you after the podcast, but yeah, anyway. Speaking of giant monsters, let's watch some giant monsters.
I know. I'm excited.
Actually, so before we watch this, I guess, so this is so they launched the trailer for Godzilla versus King Kong, right?
Yes.
And so this is based on the same canon as like the 2014 Godzilla and the Godzilla,
the monster king, Godzilla King of the Monsters,
and then
Kong Skull Island,
and then Kong Skull. So this is like in the same canon, right?
Yeah, it's the same canon.
Okay, so I'm before we watch this, I'm just gonna be one hundo with you and with the audience. I saw the first Godzilla, the 2014 one. Was not a fan.
I like it.
I like the fact that
I always have a super soft spot for giant monster movies.
I mean, me too.
No matter
but
how
like,
shitty.
To me, though, like your giant monster movie should like be about something. Like, like that's not to say that like you can't have a monster movie with monsters just like crushing each other and having a dumb fun time. Like that's fine, but I felt like they spent way too much time like building up these really uninteresting characters aside from Ken Watanabe. Let them fight. Probably one of the greatest lines of the early 2010s.
You know what's really funny? You want to know who's in that Godzilla movie?
Bryan Cranston. For 10 minutes.
No, I know. That's the one thing about that movie that I really can't stand. They really built it up as like Bryan Cranston versus Godzilla.
In the original trailers, they're like, hey, Bryan Cranston's going to be in this movie. And also Mothra is there. Like,
I know. Mothra. But yeah, you want to know who's in there? The guy who plays Wayne from Letterkenny. He's like one of the soldiers and stuff like that. It's really weird seeing him without...
That's another thing. The human characters in that movie are so fucking dull, including the soldier and his family. I didn't give a shit about any of them.
It was really weird when that movie came out because the guy who plays the soldier and his wife ended up becoming siblings a year later in Age of Ultron.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that.
It's so weird. I was just watching it. I was like, this
And then I remember when the second one, like Godzilla versus Monsters.
I am happy Robert Joseph. Hello.
Oh, I am happy Robert Joseph. Hello. Hello indeed. He's also in my chat.
Hey, how you doing, my guy? You
hi
doing
there.
okay? Have you drank enough water?
Are you drinking enough water? Have you had a cup of coffee today? If not, do it. Why not?
I have not. I am running on 0 coffee right now.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. But anyway, and then I remember the sequel movie. Like, I think it's called Godzilla Final Wars or Godzilla versus all the monsters or whatever it was called.
King of the Monsters, yeah.
Yeah. And I remember when it came out, it was critically. Oh, you're a little sad because you can't watch the rest of High School DxD? I mean, you're not missing much.
Oh, come on.
Anyway, yeah, Godzilla. So I remember when Godzilla versus all the monsters. I'm just gonna keep calling it Godzilla versus all the monsters.
Versus all the monsters.
All the monsters. So I remember with
Dracula and Frankenstein
and the Wolfman.
And the Wolfman.
And the invisible. There's a scene where Godzilla fist fights the Invisible Man.
Who is deadly.
Okay, but in all seriousness though, I remember when the movie came out and critics were raving about it. They were like, "Oh yes, this is
really it was really commercial. It was really commercially panned, and there was like
no, but like the original critical. You got to remember though, the original critical press, they were like super into it. They were like, "Yeah, this is great." And then I watched the movie, and it's not quite as boring as okay. If the first film was really boring and uninteresting, the second movie is just fucking dumb. And I don't mean in like listen, I love plenty of dumb, stupid movies, okay? You know, stuff like Tropic Thunder and stuff like you know, shit. Oh, but like you know, just like I understand. Thank you for stopping by. I am happy, Robert. Oh, thank you for the follow, by the way. Thank you. Anyway, I hope you have a good sleep, because he was saying like, oh, I'm tired, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm like, well, have a good sleep then, my guy.
Sleep. And thank you for dropping by the weekly chat with Nick and Pat.
That's right. Anyway,
I feel like I have to say that in the podcast now. Whenever I mention the the weekly chat with Nick and Pat. Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, if the first movie was really
I am
boring,
happy, Robert Joseph. Thank you for the follow as well. I really appreciate it. So, brother, could you spare a follow?
Oh, brother,
and you did.
Could you spare a follow, indeed. But yeah, if the
Does
first
anybody
movie...
have a dime?
Oh my God! Stop interrupting me! Oh my God! This fucking podcast. This podcast is a sham.
I love it. Are you kidding me?
This podcast is a sham. It's all...
So is life. But we keep on doing it.
Anyway, yeah. I thought the first movie was really boring, and the second movie was just dumb. Like, the actual writing was dumb, and the antagonists were dumb, and, like, the heroes were dumb, and, like, the fight scenes weren't even that good, I'm sorry to say.
I mean, it's really hard to...
You and I, by the way, you and I know we have two very different opinions about...
very different opinions about this.
Yeah,
But you're talking to the guy who has a soft spot for almost every single Godzilla or giant monster movie.
Yeah, like, me too, but like...
I even like... I'm gonna get so much flack for this, but I even like the 1997 Godzilla movie.
Shame.
I'll accept the shame. Bring it, bitch. I have such a soft spot for that movie.
So I like in the actual movie Godzilla Final Wars, like the one from Japan, where they actually have Godzilla. So the American Godzilla is called Zilla in the Godzilla canon, and so they actually have a scene in Godzilla Final Wars where Godzilla kicks the shit out of Zilla. Do you remember how hard in that movie they tried to bait a sequel?
Yeah.
They tried so hard. They're like, this is gonna be a sequel.
Well, no, they actually did kind of make a sequel. There was like a 12-episode animated series that took place right after the movie. It looked like the Men in Black cartoon. So it actually does continue from there for like a season.
Was that one of those shows that was on Kids WB for like a season?
I think it was on Fox Kids.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But yeah, they did continue it, but I don't know. It is what it is.
But yeah,
although it's really weird because the main guy, he looks like the dude from Atlantis: The Lost Empire. He looks exactly the same.
Here, I'm gonna set up the trailer. So that is the context you need for this reaction, where Nick and I are gonna watch the. So I never saw Kong Skull Island. I was so bored by the second Godzilla movie that I was.
It's really good.
I
own it if you want.
I was just like, screw this. And so I have not seen the King Kong Skull Island movie. But
we should watch it one of these days.
We're going to watch the trailer. Let me...
For Donkey King.
We're going to watch the trailer for Godzilla versus Kong Man.
Kongman. All right. I'm queued up at 0.
Oh, hang on. Hang on a sec. Let me
Bowl of tuna.
Oh wait. Oh no, I gotta
get some tuna.
I have it playing on Discord. No. Oh, whoops. I had it double playing for a second. I'm like, whoops.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, hang on. Let me do that. Okay, and let me do that. Okay, ready?
Yep. 1, 2, 3.
Go.
This is our only chance.
Why you gotta do that to my boy Diddy? Apes.
Isn't this just the Peter Jackson King Kong?
No, it's not the same one.
Stop what's coming. And this child, she's the only one he'll communicate with.
I knew that they had a bond.
Where's the giant spider?
Nowhere to go, so I made a
There's a couple giant spiders in Kong Skull.
And I think that in some way, Kong did the same.
So, looks like somebody ate Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's right, Godzilla. Destroy the industrial military complex. You go, girl.
It's not gonna stop him though.
Is this literally like in the first Godzilla movie where they're like, let the monsters fight each other? Oh
he's just
no!
cold
What is this soundtrack, dude? They have fucking,
I know.
They have Pitbull doing the soundtrack for this.
I don't know if it's Pitbull.
Oh no! Oh no! No!
He's hurting people. We don't know why.
That we're not seeing here.
I'm of the same opinion.
The myths are real. There was a war.
Now he's got an axe. He's got an axe to grind.
Oh, he's gonna box him. You see that shit?
Yep.
Who bows to who?
One shall stand, one shall fall.
Well, it certainly doesn't look boring. I'll give it that.
See, Godzilla, or you see, King Kong had it right. He went for the head.
You should have gone for the head. That's right. Hang on a second.
What?
Let me
What?
get our show back up and running here.
It's Donkey Kong versus Bowser.
Oh, goody. Apparently, I had a bunch of frames dropping, so maybe this broadcast will suck, but who knows? We'll see.
Might as well check. Maybe it's because of the rain. I have 0 dropped frames right now.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, I mean, I think it should be fine, but like sometimes Streamlabs will do that where it'll just be like, "Hey, it'll say that I have like so like when I was playing the Blair Witch game on stream one time, it kept saying that like I was having like dramatic frame drops, but then everyone in my chat said like it's fine. Like so I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes God damn it, man. I'm actually thinking like if it wasn't gonna take me like all day to fucking do, I would just transfer all my shit to OBS because like, God, Streamlabs irritates me sometimes. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
That's besides the point. There has to be a whole
yeah.
montage. There has to be like somebody's gonna do like a clip show in the future, and they're just gonna take all the clips where I bitch about Streamlabs and put it into one big giant video.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna do the same thing where my cats interrupt the stream or I snack or something.
Yeah, every time Nick stacks.
Because I do it all the time on the show. I really shouldn't do it, but man's gotta eat. 3 hours is a long time not to eat.
Oh,
Especially.
Anyway, I don't know. Godzilla, I guess. Godzilla.
I'm so excited for it. And plus, we're gonna be. I'll tell you what. I'll get HBO Max and we'll watch it as like a goof.
Sure, I guess. I just the writing of the human characters in these last couple of movies has been pretty lackluster.
But they're almost always shit in Godzilla movies.
No, that's not true. In the Japanese Godzilla movies, like Shin Godzilla, the human characters are really engaging.
Okay, but that's Shin Godzilla, though.
Okay,
that's
literally,
that's not.
Literally, okay. Find any Godzilla film that's not like Son of Godzilla, and I guarantee you it has more interesting characters than all of the American Godzillas.
Buddy, they're almost always a snore fest. That's why I love Shin Godzilla so much, because like they actually flesh out the stuff.
Like, okay, and
There's always
then
an
like
exception to the
even in a
rule.
movie like Godzilla Final Wars, which is just fucking ape shit, right? Like the
Oh, yeah.
movie, the movie is just balls to the
Oh,
wall. Like,
it's
there's like
they're not spouting Shakespeare, but they're entertaining as hell.
well, so in like Godzilla Final Wars, there's like people doing kung fu with aliens, and like how do you find that boring? No, the human characters in these last couple of
I'm not
films.
saying that particular movie is boring, but when you span over 50, 60 years as a franchise, you're gonna have a lot of duds.
Oh, for sure, but like. I just that's what I think that a lot of the American adaptations of Godzilla don't quite understand. Like, they think that audiences only want, like, oh, they just want to see the big dumb lizard, and we have to have it's the same problem that the Transformers movies have, right? They're like, oh, audiences they just want to watch the big fucking robots crash into each other. So like the human character, we don't have to give a shit when it comes to the human characters and the writing of the human characters. Just throw some shit together. They'll accept anything as long as we show them robots fighting. And it's kind of the same thing with the Godzilla movies, where they're just like, well, nobody's here to watch these military guys find each other. Nobody's here to watch Bryan Cranston sneaking around a laboratory or whatever. So fuck it. Why bother paying him to be on set for more than one day? And
it totally seemed like it was a one-day venture.
Watching an American Godzilla movie is like eating a cake and just saying fuck it. So it's like making a cake, except it's like somebody decided to just eat the icing. They're like, fuck it. They're like, fuck it. The icing's the best part of the cake. Here, grab a spoon. Just eat the icing. Like, oh, what you wanted layers and complexity and like counterbalancing flavors. Fuck you. Here's some icing.
It's like those quadruple mega stuffed Oreos that are terrible.
Right.
That's right. I said it.
To me, like none of the.
I love how 𝐿 𝐷 628 want to become famous. Buy followers. Primes, and viewers.
Yeah. That's a bot. I get those all the time.
Yeah, I haven't got one of those in a while, to be honest.
It's a big old bot, baby. And it makes me irritated because there are times when I'm streaming a game that like is less popular, and I want people to like comment and like talk in the stream, and I'll see out of the corner of my eye, I'll see like somebody will chat. I'm like, oh, somebody's in chat. Oh, it's a bot.
It's just like, and it's gone.
But yeah,
it's
so
really
like
sad.
To me, I feel like the American Godzilla movies, they've never understood that like what people like about Godzilla isn't just about the giant nuclear lizard. When Godzilla is used as an allegory for other stuff like environmentalism and nuclear, like when the people writing Godzilla are trying to make a point about Godzilla, those are the movies I tend to connect to more, because they tend to have better written characters, and they tend to have a better written story, a stronger story. And like, listen, I'm like everybody else, right? I'm a red-blooded American. I love to watch Godzilla beat the shit out of somebody. Like, listen, I'm there for it. But I can only be there for it if there's like if the reason for them to fight actually makes sense.
Yeah.
And like,
well, it's just like they really lean into the fact that these things are like, they are animals and they are fighting for supremacy. They really don't really have that much higher cognitive function. Maybe Kong does, but I don't know.
I would love it if
American Godzilla to me is like a really crappy hamburger that you have so much nostalgia for. It's not technically good, but you still like it, and like the way it makes me feel in my head movie.
I guess like I understand that it's kind of like a comfort to fall back on, but like if you have the so let's use your analogy and say like, okay, so in addition to like the McDonald's where you get your basic hamburger, there's like there's like Five Guys and like a deli restaurant, and then like a hole in the wall like cafe. Like, if you have all these options and you know that going to any of these other options would taste way better than the fast food burger, why would you ever continually go back to the fast food burger?
Yeah, well, it really depends on how I feel about it, or it really depends on what type of I don't know. You can catch me on granted, I've only seen those movies once all the way through.
Sure.
I'm sure on a subsequent rewatch, I wouldn't like them as much. Probably watch them. Anyway,
we've been stuck on Godzilla. Let's talk about the stock market.
I know. The stock market. Yeah, the stock market.
So this story broke Okay.
Oh, I've been following this all week. This is hilarious
This
because I
story
actually
broke
do.
on this story broke on Monday. And so essentially what happened was, hey, do you guys remember GameStop? Of course you don't, because you haven't shopped at a GameStop in literally fucking years. Okay, but in all seriousness, so GameStop is like the #1 American video game retailer, yada yada yada. And so for a long while now, it was looking like not Godzilla, sorry. It was looking for a while that GameStop was going down the shitter because their stock prices were dropping, their sales numbers were way down. Even in the era of brand new consoles, like GameStop's sales numbers are decreasing. Like, how do you do that?
Well, this was like, I think at the beginning of April of last year, they were like $3 a share. They weren't
Right.
doing well at all.
But so, okay. So cut to 2021. And so GameStop has been kind of middling on the stock market for a while now, right? And it was looking like the company was actually about to file for bankruptcy.
I think we were going to file for Chapter 11 or something.
So cut to
Which is
2021.
a big deal.
And there's a Reddit board called
r/Wall Street Bets, my friend.
Yeah. So there's a Reddit board called Reddit Wall Street Bets. And
I follow that. The shit that I see on there is fucking.
And so essentially
great.
what happens on this subreddit, at least based on what I was able to gather from like the couple articles that I read, is that they like basically the people who go and frequent this subreddit, they are these like insane investors.
They are insane. They make Jordan Belfort look like a fucking responsible guy.
They take these really high. I'm assuming all of them are like disgustingly wealthy.
It depends.
So all of them make really irresponsible or like really bad like stock buying decisions. So they're like, I'm gonna buy like 20 shares of Amazon, and then like Amazon stock tanks or whatever. So like a lot of these people live and die by these like extreme bets they make on the stock market.
Oh yes, they do.
But so essentially what ended up happening over the weekend and on Monday was that all of these guys on Wall Street Bets, they looked at the stock price for GameStop, and they realized that if they all kind of bought in at the same time, and they artificially...
Oh my god! I just looked how much it's worth now.
Heck,
that's insane.
How much is it worth now?
It jumped by over 134%. This is how much. Oh, it's worth over $328.
Oh my god! But anyway, so what ended up happening?
Here, I'll take a screen grab.
Hang on,
of it.
I have to tell the story for people who haven't heard it. Hang on.
Yeah, tell the story. I'm just shocked.
So essentially, all these wealthy dudes on this Reddit board, they realized that like, hey, oh come on, autofocus. They realized that like, hey, if we all buy a bunch of GameStop stock at once, we can artificially increase the value of the stock. And so all of these people, they like pooled their money together and they bought just like a fuck ton of shares in GameStop. And so what ended up happening is that like, so some people went in and they bought GameStop shares for like 30 cents a share. And now, so the high, according to my sources on Monday, I guess it got shattered just now, I guess.
Yeah,
but,
it's
the high.
huge.
So the high for all of this was on. And again, I am not an economics expert. I did not go to school for money and economics. I'm just going based off of what I read and what I've watched from people who know what they're talking about. So like,
yeah,
none of what I say is like should be taken all that seriously.
That's insane.
But yeah. So all these guys got together and they artificially they pumped up and they inflated. Oh, hello, Spang me da d man. These usernames are ridiculous. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. I'm almost at
Hey,
I want to. Man, I'm getting all the follows today. I want to get to 50 so I can make affiliate. Let's do it.
I want to get this man to 500 so I can shave his head at the end of the year.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. So if you don't know, Nick and I have a bet going on where if I get 500 followers on Twitter and like fuck it, you know what? I'll extend it to Discord. If I get 500 followers on either Twitter or Discord, I will shave my head at the beginning of 2022 on stream.
And I get to do it.
And he gets to stream. He gets to shave my head live on stream if we make it that far. But we'll
make it,
I'll never make it though.
Oh yes, I will. I will manifest it. I will get you that somehow.
So I told my friends about this
I
bet,
like it.
and one of them was like, "Are you gonna shave your head all the way, or just do a buzz cut?" And I'm like, "I'll shave it. Like,
I will shave you. Fuck it.
I'm gonna get
Hey,
Mr. Clean."
I know.
But anyway,
I like
so
G.
the whole GameStop situation. So everybody pumped up this stock, and then the record high on Monday was 159, and so a bunch of people sold their stock, and so this one guy made one guy made $33 million. But here's the thing, that's impressive. So granted, that's insane. But here's the thing that fucking kills me, right? It caused the short sellers in the company, as in like the majority shareholders that actually like are on the board of directors at GameStop, they lost, and I'm not making this up because I verified this number 3 different times. They caused the short sellers lost $5 billion.
Yeah.
5 billion, not million, billion. 5
Oh lordy.
billion with a B dollars.
Oh my god.
Dude, that just shows you how fucking like our markets are so unregulated, dude.
It really is.
Our fucking stock market and our fucking economy is so fucking unregulated. It's such a gong show, dude. Why the fuck like, and people pretend like, oh yeah, well, you know, the economy is really fair and yeah, money is really fair. Like, no, it's not.
No. If you have the capital to do it.
If you have enough money
you
to
can pretty much get away.
if you have the capital and the knowledge, you can basically just make money.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Like, you could like
Well, that's how I did it.
Well, like, you're a small time investor, but like I'm talking about like, and so if you do it, like, no harm, no foul. You make like $200, like, big fucking deal. But like, if you're some rich bitch motherfucker, you can just decide like, I have a spare $5 million lying around. I'm gonna turn that into $400 million, and you can just do that, and there's legally nothing that anyone can do to stop you.
No, it's legal. If the market's healthy, it's healthy. Although this is going to turn into what's
healthy.
You know what I mean?
Healthy. But
okay,
so yeah,
I'm not saying the whole thing is
totally
healthy.
fine.
I'm just saying when the market is up.
It's totally fine for a dude to get $33 million on the stock market, but God forbid we have a $15 minimum wage.
I know.
God forbid. Oh my God, that's crazy talk.
Oh man, do you think? I don't know if that. They said, oh yeah, it might be up to $15 by 2025, and I'm just like,
I don't understand how in one breath conservatives will be like, yeah, $15 an hour. People who flip burgers don't deserve $15 an hour. And then Elon Musk will be like, hey guys, I'm literally worth over $20 billion. And they'll be like, we love you, Elon Musk. Like, we love you, Elon Musk. We love you, Mr. Rich Man. Maybe someday, if I work hard enough, I'll be just like him.
No, you won't.
Maybe someday, if I work really hard, I can be rich just like Elon Chan.
Elon Musk.
The fucking dick-sucking boot-licking of people for Elon Musk is ridiculous. Like, God damn it, dude. It's just like...
Well, they're like fanboy. They're super fanboys.
People are completely fine with somebody owning almost $1 trillion fucking dollars. Having a net worth of almost $1 trillion fucking dollars. But then, like... But then when...
Bezos was more than that.
But then somebody... You're not helping... That's not a good thing either way.
I'm not saying it's a good thing.
Like,
don't twist my fucking words.
Not you, but like, I just don't get how people can be okay with somebody having billions of dollars, but then, oh, $15 an hour minimum wage? That's too far. That's too radical. Give me a fucking break.
Well,
like literally, like I think somebody
gotta give.
I think somebody did the math, and I think that it was either Elon Musk or Bezos, but like literally like one of those guys, hell, both those guys, they could probably buy every single American a home and pay it off, and they'd still be rich, millionaires. Like the
'Cause,
amount
it
of
doesn't
wealth.
seem like a, yeah, it's really weird when you say 5 billion, but when you actually break it down to what 5 billion can actually buy, it's ridiculous.
$5 billion is generational wealth on a scale where your children's 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 children will never have to work a day. Like children's 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 child will never have to work a day in their life. Like
Nope.
that is how much money $5 billion is.
That's insane.
And we're just fine with that. We're just like, yeah, this is fine.
Yeah. But capitalism marches on.
But God forbid, $15, that's witchcraft. Fucking assholes. I hate these people, dude. I fucking hate them, dude. I hate them.
I know.
Anyway,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
So some asshole lost $5 billion, so that sucks. But
Also,
GameStop.
well, that's what you get. Well, that's what happens. Actually, no, the guy. Well, I'm sure the GameStop traders are just laughing all the way to the bank. This is probably the most successful /r/Wall Street bet I've ever seen.
Well,
come out of
apparently,
that.
it's getting to the point where the actual White House is regulating the trade right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, fuck GameStop. They're a horrible company that treats their employees and their customers like dog shit. So fuck them. That's
I
my
find it ironic
that's my
that
hot
the
take on it.
traded. Yeah, I find it ironic that the trade-in value for their stock is way above. That it's super high instead of super low. Oh, I have 50 shares in GameStop. Give you 25 cents a share.
Right.
Now it's worth over $320 a share. That's insane. I think Disney's only worth like $180 a share right about now.
It just
That's
yeah.
insane.
As much as I want to be like, oh, the poor GameStop board of directors, those poor babies.
Fuck them.
They've been directly benefiting from a fucking company that fucks over their workers, fucks over their customers, and fucks over their managers. So
They still have my $5.
And so in general, they practice a culture of used games and they give shitty value to the customer. So say it with me now. Fuck 'em.
Well, it's like that bubble for that GameStop share is not going to last. Like that price is not going to be the same price in a couple days.
I hope they file for bankruptcy.
They probably will. Well, they have nothing to sell. They have no
course not.
Xboxes.
No, dude, you know what they sell?
They have
It's
no
like,
X. They have,
dude, the last time I walked into a I'm sorry to interrupt you, but like the last time I walked into a fucking GameStop, it looked like a Hot Topic. Because the whole center of the store.
They want to sell you toys or Game
dude.
Informers.
Yeah, dude. So like the center of the store. So like,
well, it's like
the bulk
GameStop
of the space
bought out
has
ThinkGeek.
like there's shirts, like there's nerdy T-shirts and like Funko Pops and like Minecraft toys and like that's it. That's what GameStop and then on the shelves on the side and then on the shelves. Oh yeah, we sell video games, by the way.
Oh, goody.
We sell. By the way, did you know at this video game store we actually sell video games? Did you know that?
Well, it's just like I don't know where. It's like they don't have any stock. Like there's no PS5s, there's no Xbox, whatever the new Xbox is, Series X.
Right.
Like there's just nothing. They might have like some controllers and some games lying around, but in terms of like actual consoles, they got nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Good day,
but
sir.
Then again, to be fair to everybody, nobody has PlayStation 5s. I have not seen one in the flesh since the launch.
I haven't. Yeah. I don't know anybody who owns a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. I don't know anybody.
Nobody. Zip. I see the controllers and I see the games, but as far as consoles, it's really sad because if I ever see one in the wild, I might just pick one up just to say it's like, hey, I finally found one. But the problem is like these bots that are like buying up all the stock.
So speaking of bots, right? Bots buying up all the stock of something.
Mm-hmm.
So earlier this week, Nintendo revealed they allowed the pre-orders to open up for the Byleth amiibo.
Mm-hmm.
So the moment that the pre-orders were open, within 10 fucking minutes,
Gone.
the Byleth amiibo was gone from Best Buy, Target, GameStop, Amazon. Like it was gone. They were all sold out in 10 fucking minutes.
I know. You figured they'd be the new Nikes or whatever, but no.
So Nintendo, and so listen. So part of that is because of the bots, right? The fucking scalper bots is what I call them, the scalper bots. But the other part of it is that Nintendo is so inept when it comes to amiibos. They're so uncaring, and they so don't give a shit about making money that they're just like, we'll print like we'll print like 500,000 units. It's not like Fire Emblem Three Houses is one of the most popular Nintendo games of the last like 5 fucking years, and it's not like Byleth is in fucking Smash Brothers, the most competitive and famous fighting game of the last like 2 fucking decades or anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, fuck Nintendo.
Oh, no, it's fine. We'll just print like 50 of them.
Yeah, like that's it. They printed like fucking 50 of them. That's it. That's about it. They printed like 50 like, yeah, they only need like 50, right? Like,
yeah. Oh god, and the scalping keeps marching on and on.
And on and on and on. Anyway, did you have anything else to add to the GameStop stock story?
Yeah, look, as a small-time investor, it's one of those things where like when this is gonna end, this is gonna end horribly for GameStop, because you have all these people that own a huge percentage of this stock. And like this price is I think it's gonna tank in a couple weeks, if not like this week, because now that the White House is getting involved, now they're gonna be up to their asses in litigation, and they're already not doing well as is.
Right.
And you know that money, whatever they sell, is not gonna go back into the company. They're just gonna hoard it like
Oh no. They're gonna pump and dump. They're gonna totally do a pump and dump where, like, the shareholders and the board of directors and all those guys and the CEO and like all those guys who own stock in the company, they're gonna look at it and they're gonna find the highest point possible, and they're just gonna be like, all right, you know what? Here's all our liquid assets.
Time to liquidate, baby. Let's go.
Clench down on that fucking stock toilet and take a massive dump.
Oh my god, hang on. I gotta see how much it's up to now. It's ridiculous.
Anyway, I wanted to tell the story about, so like earlier this week, something happened to me.
Yeah, what happened to you?
So I ended up in Twitter jail.
That's right. You ended up in Twitter jail. You were banned for like 24 hours.
No, so what? Okay. First of all, it was a 12-hour ban. And second of all, so here's what happened, right?
Still a business day.
Yeah, exactly. Although it was pretty funny because I was able to sleep through most of it because I got banned at like 10:30 p.m. kind of thing.
Oh, so you're fine.
Yeah, it was fine. I was able to
wake up at 11 and just start bitching.
Right, exactly. That was basically what happened. So what ended up happening is that the last couple of weeks, my little like side project has been to play through Witcher 1, right? Mm-hmm. So Witcher 1 Enhanced Edition. And it's also the first game that I'm taking a crack at modding. And that's been going pretty well, actually. So there's a texture and world mod there's this mod by this guy named Lexo1000, and he has this mod called textures and world, where he basically it's basically a gigantic cosmetic facelift for Witcher 1. And it's cool. It's really good. It's really, really good. What I like about it is that it doesn't. Part of the charm of playing a game as old as Witcher 1 is the fact that like it looks shitty, but like that's fine because it's an older game. There's like a charm to it. Like, you ever go back and play like the first Diablo, and like obviously the textures are awful and like the character models look bad, but like that's the point.
Looks like a slideshow almost.
But like that's the point, right? It's that kind of thing. So like the game like does a face...
like the game's old enough to drink at this point, right? Or vote.
So like the game got a facelift, but it doesn't. But I feel like it doesn't take away from the charm of like the early 2000s graphic design.
It's like a fresh cone of paint.
Right. And so I did that, and then I did the item. There's a mod to like fix the inventory because the inventory is fucking dog shit. So I did that mod too. But anyway, so what ended up happening was that I decided to play this game. I decided to play Witcher 1 with no walkthrough, no strategy guide, just like a blind playthrough. And so I'm gonna be as polite as I can about this because part of me appreciates The Witcher 1 because it went on to spawn Witcher 2 and Witcher 3 and like the awesome Witcher series. But
and Gwent.
The game it's soaked and oozing with early 2000s game design. And it is aged.
Fixed camera angles, baby. Let's go.
No fixed camera angles, thankfully.
Well, that's good at least.
It just feels like so I talked about this on Twitter for a little bit. And by the way, I promise this will tie back into why I was banned on Twitter. I promise you it will tie back into why I was banned.
I know how it's tied in.
Just in case anyone's listening to this and that's like, wait, what? Yeah, but anyway, this will tie back in to why I got banned on Twitter. So the game is just aged horribly. Like it's borderline kind of fucking unplayable, if I'm being honest with you, even with mods. So like, okay, so you know a game like Ocarina of Time where it doesn't have like if you go back and play Ocarina of Time on the N64, like obviously it doesn't have
still have a ball.
Yeah, so like obviously it looks dated, but and it doesn't have a lot of like quality of life things, but like you can go back and play Ocarina of Time on the N64, right? Like
yeah, it's still really playable.
It's a workable, fun game that is just it's behind the times, but like
it's got a solid foundation
for the time. Like you could go back and still enjoy it and play it, right? Witcher 1 is a game that basically flat out requires that you mod it, otherwise it will run like a car filled with SpaghettiOs.
It was like, I love that visual.
Like, okay,
tastes like processed sauce.
It just everything about the game is fucking awkward to control. The combat is a fucking gong show. The movement is a fucking gong show. The UI is cluttered and fucking like there's too much shit on the screen. Like just everything about like the UI, the inventory, it's a fucking shit show. Like you know how you play Witcher 3? You're playing Witcher 3, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know how in Witcher 3 how the inventory is really nice and organized and you can tell like what you're looking at? Well, imagine if you pick up like an herb in Witcher 1, it takes up a space in your inventory that is like the size of a fucking Tic Tac.
Oh god.
So imagine a whole screen with icons the size of a Tic Tac.
Oh god. No.
And
That would drive me absolutely crazy.
They all have different colors. They all have different, and they have so in the corner of each little Tic Tac is the number of so if you have like 4 like skulls or something, it shows the number 4. But again, you need a fucking magnifying glass to read it. So like literally, there are times when I'm playing Witcher and I'm like this.
It's so close.
Yeah, I'm like, what am I even looking at?
How many dandelions do I actually have?
Yeah, exactly. So, and like, don't even get me started about fucking combat, dude. The fucking combat, it's like
it's a super clunky.
It is. So like what it is. It's almost like playing DDR because like how it works is like you click on an enemy and you start combat mode, right? And then you have to wait on, so like on the screen, your cursor will glow different colors, depending on what the enemy is doing. And so if you spam the click button, you'll miss and you won't parry attacks. So you have to wait for the screen, you have to wait for the little cursor to glow, and then you have to attack. And if you don't do this, you're gonna get your fucking ass kicked.
Oh man.
And then here's like, half the time it doesn't work anyway.
Sorry, buddy.
So half the time, even though I click a millisecond after the cursor glows, it like won't sometimes my clicks just won't register in the game. Like it's like I know that I have my mouse plugged in and I know that I clicked at the right time and the game just doesn't recognize that you did it.
Yeah, that sounds like it would drive me absolutely
and so like
badly.
You know how you're playing Witcher 3 and like a monster comes at you and you can like dodge roll and you can like jump out of the way. You can
do sides, drink a potion, slash, switch swords. Yeah, it's really good combat.
So like you're able to do some of that stuff, but like essentially what Geralt does is like he takes a sword and just does like kendo on the and like he stands in one position and like does that and so like if a monster attacks you, you can't just like get out of the you can't dodge the attack, you can't get out of the way, because if you do that you have to disengage from combat mode.
Oh god.
So essentially what you have to do is like and then get out of the way.
Oh sweet Jesus, no. Yeah, that would absolutely drive me crazy.
Okay, so earlier in the week, I'm playing Chapter 1 of Witcher 1. And so at the end of Witcher 1, there's a boss fight against this creature called the Beast.
Kill the Beast!
And what the Beast is like a ghost dog. It's like a ghost wolf. And what it does is it traps you in a circle of fire, and it has infinite spawning goons. And so what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to run up to it with your sword and kill it, and then that kills all its little fuckboy minions, right?
Right.
Except here's the problem. Unless you have the Spectre oil, and unless you have like the proper potions to use, you are going to get fucking dummied on in this fight.
Just get dunked on.
And the reason that is because the Beast has an attack that stuns you. So what ends up happening is that like Geralt will run forward like a fucking idiot. And so while you're swinging your stick like a fucking dumbass, the Beast will use its like fire breath and it will like paralyze you. And then all of its little goons will come and bite your ass. And by the way, when you're stunned in Witcher 1, you're stunned for like 4 Mississippis.
Aww.
So it's like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Yeah. So the entire time that you're stunned, these little fuckers are chewing on your ass.
Oh god. Get the fuck out of here with that game design. Well, thankfully, it's not like that anymore.
Well, here's the thing: the developers were smart, and so they gave you an AI partner for the fight. So in the story, depending on what you do, you either get a bunch of villagers who help you during the fight, or you get a witch who will heal you, right? One problem though is that she's a fucking bitch and will go down after like 2 hits.
That's why they always go for the spellcasters in D&D.
So like what'll happen is like these 6 dogs will start. So like the Beast starts the fight with 6 little minions, right? And so 4 of them will run towards me and attack me, and then 2 of them will split off from the group and go fight and go attack the witch. And here's the thing: the witch can't fight back. So in theory, she's supposed to be there to heal you. And so you're supposed to be able to tank the Beast because she's there to help you. But no, she gets fucking dummied on in 2 seconds. And so nothing that the game does at this point prepares you for how hard and how unfair this fight is. Like the game doesn't teach you anything about like advanced combat maneuvers, on like what potions to brew. Like it doesn't tell you anything.
Instead of like me Geralt, me Smash.
It's just like, hey, numbnuts, go fight that boss.
It's like, okay.
Oh, so by the way, there's so this game, I fucking hate this boss fight so much. So the first time I got my ass kicked, and then I realized like, if I save my game right before I trigger the cutscene that spawns the fight, I can sit by the fire and brew some potions. And before the fight starts, I'll drink all my potions and I'll put on my blade oil, and then I can start the fight with all my buffs. Me smart. Right? Except here's the thing.
My God.
So there's an in-game clock in The Witcher. And so I put on my oil and I put on I drank my potions and they last like 7 in-game hours, which is a long time. But here's the thing, because of the story and the plot, the beast only shows up at midnight. So no matter what time of the day you trigger this cutscene, it will skip the in-game clock to midnight on that day. So if you drink a potion, it only lasts for 7 in-game hours. So if you drink a potion at like 1 p.m. and trigger the cutscene, oh well, tough titties, your potions are gone and your oil is gone.
Oh great. So wait.
So you
would have to wait until almost midnight for that next to that fire and then go do it.
Yeah, so
right?
I had to figure this out. So you have to stand by the fire and save the game at exactly like 10:30 p.m. and then drink your potions and shit, because if you don't, you'll start the fight and your potions and your blade oil will just be gone. And by the way,
ran out of 5-hour energy there.
And by the way, without the potion and without the blade oil, you are fucked in this fight. You are just fucked. So,
okay.
So literally after hours of this boss fight, I finally beat this boss fight. But before that, I went on Twitter. We're tying it
Tell
back
the
in.
class what you did.
So hang on, I'll read you verbatim exactly what I wrote.
That'd be funny if what you read on Twitter will get us banned on Twitch too.
So okay, so after literally 2 fucking hours of me trying to fight the beast and dying over and over and over again, I went on Twitter and I said, whatever sadistic asshat at CD Projekt Red designed the beast boss fight in Witcher 1, I hope you stub your toe on a coffee table and that it hurts for like a really long time. I hope it stinks so bad you have to walk sideways just to avoid putting weight on it. Screw you. And so, like, obviously, I'm joking and being, like, salty, obviously.
Yes, we do.
But so Twitter thought that I was promoting self-harm. And so Twitter was like, we're giving you a temporary ban. So I was in Twitter jail.
Well, it's like you've been arrested once before. This is your second offense. If you have a third more offense, you're gonna go into the real.
I'm gonna go into
cyber jail.
I'm gonna go into Twitter Gen Pop with all the QAnon people and Trump. Please help. Thankfully, though, I used some of my filthy Antifa money and I bribed the guard to let me go. We have that, right? If you're a member of Antifa, you have access to the bribery fund.
God. Jesus Christ.
That's a real thing that I totally didn't just make up.
Yeah, sounds pretty credible.
Listen, if you're part of Antifa, you get to just break all the rules, right? And just screw society, man.
We are living in a society. All right, George, gotta calm down.
Right, but anyway, so that's the story of how I got banned on Twitter because I was salty about a boss fight.
Oh man, well it's like you went to lolly jail. Seems like Twitter jail won't be so bad.
Okay, if you say that without the context, it sounds like I'm a fucking pedophile. You have to say it with. God damn it! Now I have to fucking I have to get the photo now. Hang on a second.
Yeah, get the photo.
Wait, I don't have the photo on my computer. Never mind. But anyway, so God, so at Anime Expo in
I think I still have it somewhere.
In Anime Expo in 2017.
Was it the last time that we went?
Yeah. We went to Anime Expo in 2017. There was this guy who had like a cosplay where he had out of plastic pipes, he made like a jail on wheels. And so there was a sign on the jail that said "Lolly Jail." And so it was a joke because you're not supposed to be attracted to lollies, you sick bastard. And so I took a photo inside the lolly jail, it was a joke. You can't just say that without the context.
I know, that's why I was gonna give us the contents.
It's like that was
good
like
content.
That was like the time that I sang my song on the air, and you're like, yeah, you would love to play with little kids and little girls.
It is my secret goal to get you arrested.
I'm going to jail.
Oh man.
But anyway, that was my story about how I was in Twitter jail for a bit.
Did you meet Bubba?
I did not meet Bubba. No.
Uh,
Yo, what you want? What you need? I got McDonald's. I'm
you're
gonna be like that
you're
guy from The
60
Longest
days-
Yard. I'm gonna be
Oh
like
god.
I'm gonna be like that guy from The Longest Yard. I'm gonna smuggle like fast food into the jail. Man, what you want? What you do you need the oh god, what's that thing from Taco Bell? The fucking the fries or whatever.
Oh, the nacho fries.
Yeah, what you need, man? The nacho fries. You need stuffed crust pizza from
Crunchwrap
Pizza Hut.
Supreme. They discontinue those.
Whatever you want, I got what you need.
I hated the Mexican pizza. I hated it so goddamn
Yeah,
much.
I never thought it was great.
I just don't like raw tomatoes and sour cream.
Yeah.
Oh my!
I don't like
just leave
sour
it
cream at
alone.
all. Sour cream sucks.
I like it when it's mixed with stuff. Like,
Oh, yeah, like,
when you
so,
mix it in a sauce, like
right.
a nice ranch will have sour cream in it.
Right.
Oh,
No, I'm
God.
kind of the same way. I like to have sour cream in, like I have like an artichoke heart dip that I put sour cream in, but like yeah, like sour cream by itself, no thanks.
I'm not a fan. Oh God, what was Do you remember that one time and we went to Chipotle because we were just disenfranchised, and they accidentally added sour cream to my burrito, but they put like the mountain of sour cream. It was like biting into a Go-Gurt.
Dude, the last time we went to Chipotle, that was the last time that I got truly horrendous food poisoning. Like
Yeah,
there are certain places that I go where I get like mild heartburn or like maybe like kind of an upset stomach or whatever.
Yeah, it's not that bad,
but no,
there's something about that.
When I went to Chipotle,
specifically that,
when we
all
went to
Chipotles
Chipotle,
too.
when I went to Chipotle with you, that was the last time that I fucking like hugged the porcelain throne, dude. That was like I got fucking sick after we ate at Chipotle.
We both got sick. That wasn't our first choice to go eat too. It was my birthday or something.
Yeah, it was your birthday and you wanted to go to Jersey Mike's.
Yeah, because Jersey Mike's is awesome.
So we went to Jersey Mike's.
But we go there.
Yeah. Tell the story.
Okay, so we're going there. It's my birthday. It's hot. Oh, it was really hot.
It was very hot.
It was super hot. It was like 100 degrees outside. It was humid. It was disgusting. And I was like, you know what? I don't want anything hot to eat. Let's get something cold. Like, let's get a good sandwich from Jersey Mike's.
Cold cut sandwich.
Cool. Yeah, that's a great sandwich. We get in there, and then the lady looks up. It was like, hey, I'm so sorry, you guys. We're actually out of bread. But you're a sandwich shop.
You're like you're a sandwich deli. That's what you do.
That's like McDonald's running out of fries or McNuggets.
Hey guys, yeah, welcome to Burger King. We ran out of buns.
You want it wrapped in lettuce? No, I don't want it wrapped in lettuce. It's really good though.
What am I, Amish?
I don't give a dare. What is this peasant shit? Get the fuck out of here.
Right?
But yeah. It's really funny because I actually went to Chipotle, like, I haven't done it in like 2 years at this point because the time after we went on my birthday, I went one more time, just like, can't be that bad, can it? And I tried. It's like, yeah, it's that bad. I got so sick, I lost 5 pounds within 48 hours.
Woo!
Of getting sick from Chipotle.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was bad. It was really, really, really bad. I was just like, never again. And I've never. Especially since like we have such good burrito places around where I live.
Oh yeah, there's so many good hole in the wall Mexican restaurants and burrito places.
Yeah. Like they're really, really goddamn good. So I really have no need to go over there anymore. Plus it's so far from here. I can just walk and go get a burrito that's 3 times better.
So we ran out. So we're kind of out of like news and stuff to talk about this week. But I figured we would wrap up the show by doing like 2 or 3 discussion questions. Like I know we normally only do 1, but we actually have a couple of them this week.
I know we have a baker's dozen, not a baker's dozen.
Not a baker's dozen. Although I do love the expression a baker's dozen.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go through some of those.
Oh, I like those.
So here's the first discussion question. What's your favorite animated world that you would not want to visit or live in?
Oh, that's easy. Oh, well, got all of them. They're all terrible.
No, but I mean, I actually did pick a few of them. Hang on a second.
I did pick a few too. I would not want to live in the world of Ruby, even though it would be cool at first.
Right.
because I don't want to get my ass. Because like, unless if you're in the big city, in one of those in that show, you're screwed. Like, yeah, there's a bunch of villages and stuff, and yeah, but like, the Grimm are everywhere. They're gonna eat your ass alive. Nah, I'm good. Same thing with Attack on Titan.
Yeah, damn it. Yeah,
oh,
Attack on Titan was the first thing that came to my mind. It's like, okay, if you're like a normal, so like, when you asked this question, I kind of said to myself, like, okay, if I was like a baker, like if I was just a guy with like a bakery, where would I least, like, if I just had like a 9-to-5 job, what would be like the worst worlds to live in? But like, yeah, if you're like a normal ass person and you are in the Attack on Titan world, your ass is grass.
Yeah, your ass is getting eaten.
Even in the parts of the show that are outside of the walls, like it's still not great.
There's like war and there's Titans still too.
It's still not great. It's not great.
It's fucking terrible. Another one that I think would be really horrible to live in is the Hunter x Hunter universe. That one would suck.
Although like I think the major cities are pretty well protected.
I know, but still, like they're giving Hunter.
Hunters are the only ones that really like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was about to say they give hunter licenses to almost anybody that qualifies, and we have a serial killer pedophile. Like one of the Phantom Troop has a hunter's license, and one of the rules of the hunter's license, you can just kill anybody you want and get off scot-free.
Yeah, basically.
That sucks. That's fucking terrible. What's another?
Here's one I came up with. Obviously, The Promised Neverland. If you're a human in that series, you're gonna get your ass eaten.
Oh God. I know this one would seem fun at first, but I think it would be fucking terrifying. Is One Piece?
That's on my list. Yes.
Is it really?
Yeah.
God, damn it.
Well, no, I agree with you because, like, if you're a normal person during the age of pirates, especially like if you live on the Grand Line or past the Red Line, your life is fucking crazy.
Yeah, you see people with fucking superpowers.
If you live in like East Blue, sorry about that.
Yeah, if you live in like one of the 4 oceans, it's not like, as bad.
If you live in like North Blue, East Blue, or like South Blue, like your life is like fine.
It's okay. You know, they actually have a name for those areas. They're called like paradise because there's not as much. But even then, you still have people with fucking devil's fruits.
Well, you have people who break off from the Grand Line and from like Merman Island and stuff who come and like fuck up the peaceful oceans.
But then you have.
But like when you go past the Red Line and you go to the Grand Line, like every single. Well, first of all, it's like a fucking like Warring States period where like you have all these little like essentially you have all these criminals who have their little like fiefdoms.
Yeah.
So you better hope that you're in
they have whole kingdoms.
You better hope you're in one of the good kingdoms. Like you better hope you're in like the Shanks kingdom or the fucking like.
Well, who's to say that Shanks is the good guy? We still haven't seen what Shanks is all about.
But like, yeah, if you live under like Kaido or Big Mom or like Gecko Moria, like any of the Shimekai. Like,
no, even the world government, they're just as bad, if not worse.
Yeah, like if you're a normal ass person in the One Piece world, you're just
your ass is grass. But like unless you join a pirate crew or a marine, and if you have a devil's fruit or any hockey whatsoever, you're just a schlub.
You're just a guy.
All right, go get Blackbeard, and I'm just like.
I always feel really bad. I always feel really bad for the Marines, like the grunts who are just dudes.
I know they just they have like those. They don't have those sweet ass coats.
They just have guns. They're just schlucks with guns.
Yeah, it's just like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I can't hit these fucking people.
Hey, this guy Captain. Quick question. How am I supposed to shoot a guy who can move at the speed of fucking sound with a flintlock pistol?
Yeah, or the speed of light.
That's not my problem.
Oh shit! That guy just turned into a dragon. Oh fuck! That giant lady just ate somebody.
Hey, Captain. I'm a normal ass dude. How am I supposed to shoot a guy who can harden his skin into fucking diamonds?
Yeah, it's
like, how am I supposed to shoot?
It's like the Imperial Guard and Warhammer. There's like, just throw enough bodies at it, it'll be totally fine, right? No, it's not.
Hey,
you need at least hockey. You need at least that.
Hey, Captain. Quick question. Hey, it's me, Bill the Marine again. How you
Bill
doing?
the Marine.
How am I supposed to shoot a guy who literally can turn it like he can literally punch my bullets away with the power of his fists? Okay.
They can't even hit them. They have a good hockey users have like good like awesome. Oh, by the way, if they have the Conquerors hockey, you're just out cold in the fight.
Right.
There's just no fucking way. Yeah, that would fucking be terrible.
Can I just join the kitchen crew? I don't think I'm going to be very effective out here, okay? I don't think me and my flintlock pistol is going to be able to do anything against that guy who can literally turn into a fucking volcano.
Yeah. Or the guy that can move at the speed of light. Or a guy that froze the entire ocean solid with ice.
Right.
Oh, shit. That guy is pretty much just a walking black hole. Oh, wait, he can make earthquakes now? Oh, even better.
I know, yeah. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Not only does he have super OP black hole powers that, like, defy the laws of physics, he can now, like, just create earthquakes at will.
Yeah.
Hey, Captain, I quit. I quit, Captain. I'm out of here.
Fuck that. Well, it's like you're either under the thumb of the pirates.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, you get one of the good pirates like Whitebeard or Luffy.
Right.
Maybe Shanks. We don't know what Shanks is all about. Or you're under a Gestapo-like oppressive rule that is the world government.
Right. The only people who seem to kind of like want. So you ever notice it in the world of One Piece that like all the criminals are corrupt and like and the government and the Marines are corrupt, and the only people who like want systemic change are the revolutionaries. They're the only people that are like, hey guys,
this sucks.
Listen, I don't want to live under the oppressive thumb of the government, but also this whole pirates thing is also kind of bullshit. Can we agree to disagree? Like, yeah, the revolutionaries are the only people who are like, let's do something.
I know, right? Do something.
Okay.
God, I hope they get some action soon.
So another one,
far too long.
Another one that I thought of was Psychopaths. Can you imagine living under?
Psychopaths would be. No.
Living under the Sybil system. Fuck that.
I would argue that's even worse because they can always monitor your emotions in chat.
Right. And then this is another one I came up with. I said basically any Gundam show because okay, if you're a civilian in Gundam, okay, so here's how it works, right? If you live in a first world country, your odds are pretty good that you're not going to die. But if you live in like a second or third world country, you're going to die. Like
there's no
really ands, ifs, or buts about it.
Well, it's like it's really funny because Zeon took over like they took over like California, they took over North America, they took over South America. I know that, and parts of Africa. Like their conquered territory was fucking huge.
Right.
It was huge. But yeah, like I wouldn't even be more worried about like the mobile suits and anything. I'm just worried about all the fucking because a lot.
Well, like, in the world of Gundam,
quality drops happen as much as like California rain.
Right.
Like somebody's gonna build a super weapon and they're probably gonna drop it on the fucking earth.
Well, just by rule of thumb, just by rule of thumb, Gundam is a series about war, and if there's not a war happening, Gundam isn't interesting, right? So like anytime
unless you live in build fighters,
and anytime that Gundams are active and doing stuff. You're in a war zone. You're in a war zone. Like, you're in a fucking war zone.
It's the same. Even the peaceful eras of Star Wars, they're fucking just. There's either like rebels, or there's an outside invasion, or there's like a coup, or something like that. War is in the name,
right?
But I think I have one that would be above all. The ultimate, and that would be Warhammer 40K. I would not want to go in there because here's the thing. Even in the best scenario, you're going to break even. And the worst scenario is a fate worse than death. Because you're either being conscripted by the Imperium, you're being culturally taken over by the Tau, you're definitely gonna die and you're probably gonna die horribly. Like, there's so many races that want you dead, and the other members of the human race, they're not the good guys. They are terrible human beings. Like, just like you would probably, even if you were in a support role, you're gonna die. Even hang on one second. But yeah, like, even you're facing off against like orcs and basically the Zerg and Chinese Protoss.
Chinese
or worse,
Protoss.
Yeah, that's what the Tau are pretty much are. If you look at the Tau and what they look like, they pretty much look like Chinese Protoss. Well, it's like they have the policies of China, but they look like Protoss. It's a weird thing.
Right. Okay.
It's Protoss. But you have Chinese Protoss, almost worse Zerg. Who else? And the fucking Dominion of Chaos, to where it's basically Call of Cthulhu, where if you even look at the fucking thing, you're probably going to die. And if you don't die, the other people that say, oh, he's been touched by chaos, let's fucking kill him.
Right.
And they'll just kill you without a trial or anything like that.
It's kind of like in Final Fantasy 13 or whatever, where if you're touched by one of the
the lassie.
The monsters, like the lassie, you're basically like branded for life as like a freak.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, even I would say that I would probably go another one that would be really bad. That is like what is systemically objectively one of the worst ways to go in any fiction would probably be anything having to do with Cthulhu stuff. Like Cthulhu stuff, like you are at least at 40K, you can kind of die out fighting. Cthulhu stuff, you have no fucking chance. Like, you're
obviously being a character in like any horror movie would suck.
Yeah, unless if you're Ash from Evil Dead, then you just get flung around time and space.
Like,
but if you're related to Ash, you're probably gonna die too, and horribly.
I would say that like a lot of high concept sci-fi would be kind of weird to live through, like Annihilate, like living in the world of Annihilation and the Project. Oh my god, yeah. Screw that.
Interstellar would probably be terrible too, because you're probably going to be on a ship for God knows how long.
Right. Well, not to mention the fact that like Earth is basically like a shell of its former self in that movie.
Like, they abandoned Earth in that movie.
Right. Also, Fantastic Planet. Obviously, I would not want to be a human in the world of Fantastic Planet, because fuck that.
It's one of those things where, like, when you really break it down, there's like
all
almost
fictional worlds are terrible.
They're terrible, yeah, because you need drama, and what's the drama for a lot of science fiction or fantasy? War or a conflict or something.
Yeah.
Or it's like even Romeo and Juliet. That's just a war between two houses, and it worked out terribly for all.
Man, 2 houses, 3 houses. I've seen it all.
Yeah, a plague on all 3 houses. I want to play. I want to play Black Eagles again for Fire Emblem 3 Houses, but I actually want to do the playthrough I actually signed up for instead.
If you do New Game Plus, you can.
I think I'm doing Blue Lions.
Yeah, do it, Blue Lions. But if you do decide to go through Black Eagles again, you can basically use the points you get from New Game Plus to basically buy back your ranks. So, like, for example, if your Edelgard has like an A rank in Axis, you can buy that back with merit points.
Nice.
So you don't have to spend the entire game getting her all the way back up to level A Axis.
Okay.
So
well, that's nice.
So it's really good for multiple playthroughs if you when you have like a favorite character that you recruit from another house. So, like, for me, when I was playing my Black Eagles run, I recruited Mercedes, and her magic and her reason stat were already at S level. So I was like, boom! So you don't have to waste your classroom time on characters you've already maxed out.
That's always good.
Unless you want to make Mercedes like a fucking like an armor knight.
A sword get an armor. Why would you do that?
Just to flex.
Oh god!
I saw somebody do like a meme video where they made Lysithea the magic user from Golden Deer, who has the lowest attack and defense in the entire game. I saw somebody make her like a great lord or like a great knight. They were just memeing. It was great though.
Oh god.
That's like a meme. So like that would be the equivalent of taking Hubert and making him like a frontline spear guy.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
why?
Yeah. It's on
Why
that
would
level.
Why would you do that? That doesn't make any fucking
For the memes.
For the memes. Yeah. That's pretty much the long and short of it.
Oh, this was good.
Spang me D. Thank you for the follow.
Yeah.
I got 2 followers today. Yay!
I know today people have been showing their love today, doing some
right?
following. Second discussion question: what's a season 2 of an anime you want the most? For me, it's Made in Abyss.
Me, it's Devil as a part-timer.
You can't leave me on that fucking cliffhanger. You can't
Nope.
set up this amazing story with these awesome characters and this amazing world. You can't stop halfway through and just not finish it. You can't do this to me.
What about the movies? Doesn't that continue it, or is it a retelling?
I don't know, but I need a season 2 anyway.
Hmm.
Also, I'm pretty sure it's coming, but like Vinland Saga, obviously.
Oh, I hope so. Oh man, especially how they ended that season.
I would like, yeah, but you're also right. Devil as a part-timer would be incredible.
Where is my season 2? Dude, I was watching some clips of that the other day. It's so fucking funny.
You know what? Okay,
after
you know what I want a
all
second
these
season
years.
of is there's a sports anime I like called One Outs. It's kind of like if Kaiji the Ultimate
baseball
Gambler. Yeah.
Oh, is that the guy who's like the bookie for the baseball crew, or he's like the coach?
Essentially,
or the
like
coach at the villa?
Essentially what the plot is that there's this college there's some university baseball team and they're like fucking horrible, like they're like the worst team in the league. And so
it's like Moneyball but with anime.
Yeah, kind of. So like, they're like the worst team in the league, but here's the thing. They're the worst team in the league on purpose because the owner is this guy who, regardless of whether or not the team wins or loses, he makes a bunch of money on merchandising rights and stuff. So like the manager of the team, regardless of whether or not the team does well or does poorly, he makes a fuck ton of money. And in fact, he's actually incentivized to not have the team be very good. So like he's just like, I don't give a shit. Like fine, fuck it, whatever. But here's the thing: the coach and the manager of the team, they actually want to have a good team. And so the captain of the team goes out one day and he sees these guys playing basically like playing like amateur
stickball.
Yeah, but like he finds these guys playing like basically like street baseball, just kind of guys out in the field. And he notices that there's this guy who's throwing these like fucking incredible pitches. And like he's like throwing these god tier fucking pitches. And he's this like tall punk ass guy. And so long story short, he recruits this guy into the team. I think they're called like the Tigers. I think they're called like the Jonshiro Prefecture Tigers or something.
Okay.
And so the guy who the amazing pitcher and the guy who owns the team, they make a backdoor deal where he says like, "Oh, you think you're so good, huh? Well, I'll tell you what. Every single time that you get an out during a game, I'll pay you 100,000 yen. However, if anyone scores a point while you're pitching, you owe me 1,000,000 yen."
Oh, fuck that.
But here's the thing. The main character is so fucking god tier at pitching that he's never had to pay the guy ever. Like his contract compared to everybody else's contract, like he's buying like sports cars and he fucking buys like a high rise, like he buys all this shit because the owner is paying him so much. But so every episode the owner tries like more underhanded shit to get the main character to fail. So like every time like he'll like pay the other team to like put nails in the baseball or something, or he'll like pay the other team to like slash the guy's tire so he can't make it to the game. Like
it's like a Tom and Jerry cartoon.
Yeah, so like every episode it's like him, it's the owner and the main character like having this mental battle. Except the ending has the ending is basically a read the manga type ending. Like they
I
end
hate those.
they
I hate
end
those so
season
goddamn
1 and they're
much.
like, we'll be together for a long time, and he's like, you're goddamn right. Credits.
Mm.
But yeah, I would love to see. I would love to see a second season of One House, man. That'd be sick.
Yeah. What's another one that I really, really want? I can't think of one right now. The one I really, really want is, it'd be really cool if they took the studio, like Studio Mappa, and they redid Air Gear.
Oh yeah. Air Gear season 2, make it happen.
Because the manga's done, so they could just adapt the whole story.
Yeah. I want a second season of Air Gear. That shit is dope.
Yeah. Skates.
Is it incredibly goofy? Yes. However,
especially if you see what the guys are actually doing at the end of the manga, it's ridiculous. It's like every board. It's
very goofy, but it's a very wholesome, fun show. If you're into that kind of thing, it's like a very like style over substance type show. It's kind of like Bleach in that regard.
Like, have you seen what some of those panels look like when they get like their final forms? They have like angel wings and like metallic threads everywhere. It's awesome.
He's the Sky King.
Not the Sky King, the Storm King.
Oh, whatever.
Read the manga, you plebeian.
I'm sorry, I don't like words.
I don't like words.
I'm an English major. I don't like words.
I don't like words. Action. Words over action. What's another one?
What's another question?
Oh, Darker Than Black. I would love another season of that.
Okay, no. For Darker Than Black, I need a prequel series.
Yeah.
Because, okay, my biggest problem with Darker Than Black is that
it keeps its cards way too close to the chest.
The first season, the characters talk to each other as if how do I say this? Like the characters in season 1 talk to each other like they've known each other for years, and they reference events and things that have happened that
they keep referencing like a meteor that hit, and then that's when the power showed up.
That like we the audience don't know like what they're talking about, and so they'll just be entire scenes where you'll have two characters talking, and they'll be like, "I saw you in the war. Oh yeah, well you decided to ally with the bad faction. Well, I only did that because you betrayed me." And it's like, I'm sorry, like, am I supposed to...
Did we miss a season?
Yeah, like, did I miss something? Like, what is happening between you two characters right now? So you might recall that they had a second season. They had the Gemini of the Meteor.
It's true.
But like, yeah, I want a prequel series because I want to know what the main character did before. Like, I want to see his story before he infiltrates the city.
This is true.
Because there's so much shit that happens that gets referenced, but it never gets talked about. Like it doesn't. Excuse me, it gets talked about. It doesn't get shown. Like not even in flashbacks. It's a very tell don't show type of show. Yeah, it's not even shown in like flashbacks. It's like watching a show like it's like watching a show like Higurashi, and one of the characters will reference something that happened in like a separate story arc, and if you haven't seen that story arc, you're gonna have no idea what they're talking about. But it's like if they showed that story arc, it's like if they showed this story arc first before showing you that one, and like expecting you to figure it out. It's like what is happening?
I don't know. Oh God. All right. What other discussion questions that we got?
Let's do one last one. Let's make this a short ass episode.
All right.
Let's see. Oh, okay, this one was good. I like this question a lot. This was from you. Discussion question. The pros and cons of Death Battle.
It's time for a death battle!
What is our history with the show, and why don't we watch it anymore? That's a damn good question. I'll let you lead on this one.
All right, so for those who don't know, how's that rock you're sleeping under? Because it must be very nice and cozy right now.
Let me in! I want in under that rock!
What in under the rock? So Death Battle was formerly one of the main shows from a company called Screw Attack, and it seems like a match made in heaven. You take two nerd icons and you fight them to death. It's basically just taking two action figures and just cramming them.
It's two nerd icons that are thematically similar, right?
Yes.
So, for example, you'll have like Superman versus Goku, or you'll have like Link,
Optimus Prime versus Gundam.
You'll have like Link versus Cloud, or you'll have like Weiss from Ruby versus Mitsuru from Persona 3, because they both have ice powers. Like, so it's a show where two characters with similar power sets will fight each other to the death, as the show implies.
To the death, yeah. And it's one of those things where, like, I've not watched an episode of Death Battle for years.
Well, here's the gimmick of Death Battle, right? Where it's not just like a flash animation of the two characters fighting, because everybody was doing that. So, like, the thing about Death Battle is they try to back up their claims with like science. And like, listen, it's all very tongue in cheek. They're playing it very silly. But like, they'll spend a whole like 10 minutes of the video talking about how like one character has the ability. So like in this one page of the Dragon Ball manga, Goku was able to punch out a meteor with his fist in orbit. It takes exactly like 4,000 tons of pressure to break a meteorite. That's the equivalent.
76 tons of TNT.
They always love. They compare fucking everything to TNT.
They love the dynamite.
They compare everything to TNT.
Take a shot of alcohol every time they mention TNT in the fucking show.
Like they'll be like,
let me preface this by saying, I do not hate the show. I do not hate anybody. We're just having a little bit of fun here. But yeah, it's one of those things where like it just kind of gets a little old very quickly.
It gets very repetitive.
And this is not a veil of like, oh, these guys are super salty that their favorite characters have won. That's not it at all.
I mean, honestly though, I'll be real with you. I would say about 75% of the time, my favorite character wins a death battle. Very rarely.
I think it's a 60-40 split for me.
Very rarely does a character, like, whenever I hear a matchup and I'm like, oh yeah, that character would win. Like the character that, like, my gut instinct is usually correct.
Yeah, but then they have weird stuff like Rock Lee versus Sanji versus Shinji.
I didn't watch that one. Did you watch that one?
I didn't watch that one either. I'm afraid.
Yeah. By the way, so realistically, like, I know for the sake of death, like, okay, guys. I know that Sanji is like getting stronger in One Piece, especially in the latest chapters where he has like Stealth Black and he has like the stealth suit. But like, there is no fucking universe that Rock Lee is defeated by Sanji. Okay, in terms
I have to disagree with you on that.
In terms of physical fucking strength, I don't know.
No.
You see, fuck that.
I'm disagreeing with you on this one. I think Sanji. I think Sanji would put up a really good fight against Rock Lee and would win.
Okay, dude. If he went full Lotus, fucking Sanji would die in a millisecond. Okay.
Sanji's been
in a millisecond. I'm sorry.
No.
I know he's like kind of bad. Like, listen, he has some familiarity with hockey. I'll grant you that.
He's able to turn his legs black.
But like, come on.
And he has the raid suit now, and he has observation hockey, which allows him to see his movement. He basically has the Sharingan without the Sharingan.
You're gonna tell me that a guy who is like maybe the fourth most powerful person in the main character cast, in the roster of main characters, is stronger than Rock Lee at full Lotus?
At full Lotus?
No.
Well, okay. What are we talking about? Are we talking at the end of the series, Rock Lee, or are we talking about?
I'm talking about like Guy Sensei and Rock Lee have the ability to go full fucking ham and use like all their willpower to be like the strongest thing on two legs.
But he's able to only go up to the 6th gate.
Not Guy Sensei. Guy Sensei can break the seal. And
but we're not talking about Guy Sensei. We're talking about Rock Lee.
But I'm assuming Rock Lee could eventually do that too. But even
when he was fighting against Madara, he can only go up to the 6th gate. We've never seen him go up to the 7th gate yet.
Even the 6th gate is like fucking unkillable.
Oh, it's ungodly. Yeah.
Like even the 6th gate.
It's not unkillable.
It's not unkillable to be like Rock Lee.
By anyone. It's not unusual to make him cry.
But anyway, we our whole conversation got derailed because of fanboy bitching. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Death Battle.
Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those things where like maybe I'm just getting a little too old for it.
For me, it's not that the show itself irritates me because like
It doesn't irritate me
goofy,
at all.
it's goofy fun.
I'm not offended by it.
If it's your thing, that's fine. To me, it's just really repetitive. And what breaks my heart the most though is that Screw Attack lost pretty much all of its identity because of Death Battle.
Yeah.
And like
everything just kind of got absorbed.
They became so. And by the way, like, good for them. They ended up with fucking Rooster Teeth. Sorry, I was brain farting for a second. They ended up with Rooster Teeth, and now they're like probably more successful than they've ever been. But like,
they are
the original heart and soul of Screw Attack. So Screw Attack was this whole website and gaming network where Death Battle was just one of the shows.
Yeah. But they had other stuff like
they had side scrollers and Achievement Hunter and like all this different stuff, right?
Achievement Hunter was never part of Screw Attack.
Really?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm almost positive I'm almost positive back in the day I saw Achievement Hunter videos on Screw Attack.
Oh, they probably posted, in the early days. Because Screw Attack was like huge because they had the nerd.
Yeah.
They were on like
Screw Attack is the website where
GameTrailers.com.
Screw Attack was the website where the nerd was born. Like they were a big fucking deal back in the day.
Yeah, they were a force to be reckoned with.
And like I kind of miss the actual like personality. So like what I liked about Screw Attack was the actual personality of people like Stuttering Craig and
Handsome Tom
and James and like all those cool guys. And the other one that we won't mention.
Who was that? I really have no idea who.
Sailor Moon.
Oh,
there you go.
Oh, god damn it!
That's right, baby.
I totally forgot about that.
I don't want to say. I feel like it would be like I feel like it would be like Biggie Smalls. If I said his name 3 times, he might appear.
Oh God, please don't do that.
Okay.
No, don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
That's right. I didn't want to say his name.
Oh God, what is?
The guy with the Sailor Moon costume.
Yes.
Whose name that we and that's the
he's like Voldemort. We'll never speak his name.
Who we will not say his name. But anyway, yeah. So back then they used to have a podcast and all these different side scrollers and all these different shows and like
I love their top 10s. Their top 10s are fantastic.
They used to have like top 10s and they all this different stuff. And there was like a soul and personality to the website and to the content creators on the website. Like they were a community and like you felt like when you watched their stuff that you might be a part of that community. Wow.
Yeah, we went to one of their events.
Yeah, we went to one of their meet and greets at Dave & Buster's back in the day. In the before times before COVID.
Yeah. Oh God.
But no, anyway, and so
how funny would it be if the first place we went to after COVID is Dave & Buster's?
I mean, I'm down.
I'd be down.
So like I understand that
damn it! I've been banned from Dave & Buster's.
From a business perspective, I totally get why they decided to only refer to themselves as Death Battle and drop the Screw Attack name. I get it.
Yeah.
It just breaks my heart.
It does break my heart too.
Like it just feels
my ring light came under.
Like I remember when they announced earlier last year, or it was like 2018 or something.
Yeah, it was a couple years ago.
I remember when they announced that Screw Attack was formally dissolving and they were only going to be called Death Battle. It broke my heart, man. I have such good memories of Screw Attack.
Well, like we grew up with those guys. Those guys were like family almost.
Dude, I followed Stuttering Craig I followed him on Twitter for so long. I remember when he married his wife and like now I remember when he was a single dude who wasn't married and now he's married and has like 2 daughters. Like that's how long I followed this guy for.
Holy shit!
Like holy.
We're getting old. But it's one of those things where like, I think it's just one of those things where I grew out of it. To be honest. Yeah,
like there's only so many times. So like, the formula is very rinse and repeat. It's kind of like how I really got tired of the Honest Trailer guy.
John Bailey.
Well, like not him, the show specifically, but like.
Oh yeah.
Not him the guy, but like the show Honest Trailer specifically, where like starring. Like it gets to the point where you the viewer have seen it so many times that you could make an episode of Honest Trailers or Death Battle or like those type of shows where the formula is such rinse repeat that you could do it.
We'll make our own Death Battle and Honest Trailers with flapjacks and hookers. You know what? Forget the flapjacks. Nah, screw them.
I mean, every once in a while, when I have like a wild hair at my ass, I'll watch an episode. But like, I used to watch it like religiously because I was like, oh man,
well, it's like we would listen to...
Cloud versus Link was one of my favorites.
Yeah,
because the entirely overrated Cloud got his ass kicked by Link.
That is true.
Hey, Nintendo. Speaking of Byleth and speaking of Cloud, you remember that time that you put Cloud in Super Smash Brothers, even though he was only in one Nintendo 3DS game, and you had literally an entire like collection of games, of Final Fantasy games on the SNES and the Super Nintendo, on the NES and the SNES, and any one of those main characters could have had a rightful spot on that roster of characters, and you caved into fucking peer pressure. You caved into fanboy peer pressure and put like the one Final Fantasy character that literally everybody sucks the dick of. Thanks, Nintendo. You're the best.
Fuck you. We're Nintendo.
Final Fantasy VII is overrated. Anyway.
Oh no. What have you brought? What have you wrought upon us?
I didn't say nothing.
You.
I didn't say nothing.
Yes, you did.
I didn't say nothing.
Don't you gaslight me. Do you realize what you brought? You cracked open the...
It's all true.
Don't you gaslight me. You know what you did.
Hit subscribe.
Fuck it.
Smash the bell.
All right.
Hey, baby. I need you to hit that like button. Please.
God.
Did you ever know that you're my hero? Because you are the wind beneath my wings.
Oh, God. Well, I think... I don't know where to go from there. I think that's a show.
That's the end of the show. Fuck it.
Folks, we had a good time tonight.
Yes, indeed.
We talked about the issues, the important issues of trading stocks and TNT and fighting corrupt, to the death
and corrupt billionaires and like TNT and talking about the animes.
Yeah. Make sure to hit subscribe, hit the bell, make sure to comment within the first hour. It really helps us out here, folks. And make sure to follow us here on the Twitch. I almost said the Twitter sphere, but that also on the Twitch sphere as well. At Unlucky Magician 76 and the Obsidian Man.
Twitch.tv/the Obsidian Man, baby.
That's right. You can check out my TikTok at Nicholas Caldwell 31, and you can also check us out on Twitter.
I have been known to be on Twitter. I swear to God, you could talk to me.
You just got out of the pokey.
I'm not banned right now. You can totally talk to me on Twitter if you want to.
That's right. At
Dark Knight Cecil.
At Dark Knight Cecil.
And then
thank you all for joining us. Thank you guys for the follows. You guys.
Hey, what's your Twitter account? Oh, what's your Twitter account?
I already said my Twitter account.
Oh, sorry. Yes, there you go.
Yeah, I already said
Looks like I wasn't paying attention. Looks like I wasn't paying attention.
That's right. And thank you for the follows today. That was really nice. We probably had.
Here, let me do a quick trade of all the follows we got going on today.
Me too.
Spang me da D. I am.
Oh, he followed me too.
I am.
I'm happy Robert Joseph.
Joseph. The best Joestar.
The best show. I will agree with you there.
The 3 Hellblazer. Thank you so much for all the follows we got today, guys. I'm very close to 50. I'm close. I'm close.
I got 2, but it's better than what I've been doing. We want to thank you all for joining us. Come check out our Twitter. Come check out our Facebook. Not the Facebook.
Yeah,
check us out on the YouTube channel. Hope to win.
Come check out our Facebook group.
Come check out our Tumblr page.
Come check out our MySpace page at
MySpace page.
The weekly page at MySpace.
Oh God, no! It probably already is taken.
Oh, but so by the way, before we sign off here, Nick and I are going to be streaming a lot more in the upcoming weeks. We hope that
I want to stream some Gwent so goddamn bad.
Nick and I have gotten super into Gwent the last couple of weeks, and we want to start streaming some casual games together.
If you have suggestions for us for games that you want us to play, let us know in the comments below.
So we're gonna try anyway to do some more collaborative streams, some more streams together. But then also, I individually will be trying to stream on my own and play some more single player oriented games. I'm thinking about playing either. Oh shoot! Oh god.
You know a game I think you would really like?
What is that game with the furries, like in the woods or Night in the Woods?
Into the Woods.
I'm thinking about playing either Night in the Woods or I recently got Hyrule Warriors. I might play that on stream.
That could be you know a game that you might really like that kind of reminds me a lot of Witcher? You should check out Horizon Zero Dawn on Steam.
I actually kind of want to take a break from like medieval fantasy for right now. I'm gonna try to be.
It's more sci-fi anything, but I feel you.
Right. And then also, I recently
bought. Oh my god! What if you start playing Dark Souls?
I bought the entire BioShock collection, so like that could. I've never played those before, so that could be fun to stream.
That's gonna be a lot of fun for you.
Anyway, yeah. So I hope you'll check us out
but
whenever
if you guys
we do that
have any
stuff.
suggestions, let us know in the comments on YouTube.
Are there any video games that are not Fortnite you want us to play? If so, comment below.
All right, guys. It's gonna start raining cats and dogs here.